All of you. Welcome to today's workshop on automation of GST audit using advanced tools. This program is also being telecasted across the southern region through over 45 branches. May now request the Chairman SARC, CA Panara Sirigiri, and Regional Council Member Naresh Chandrakili sir to come and occupy the dais, please. We will start today's proceedings with the invocation of ICA Monitor. Thank you. Please be seated. May I now request the Chairman SARC CA Panara Sirigiri to deliver his welcome address and also brief about this half-day hands-on workshop on automation of GST audit.
Hello. A very warm good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
First of all, this is a program which was conceived very recently and done in a very short time. Here, my senior colleague in the council, Naresh Chandrakili, and the esteemed members and the technical, the faculty, Ramajayam and Deepika. I am very happy that you have taken the initiative of doing this program despite all challenges. First of all, I thank you all for registering for this program. But for your attendance, this program would not have been possible. Because it is 99C of GST returns and 31st December is the last date, I thought it fit at the earliest it should be done. I am seeing so many groups, so many branches doing on 99C. Still they are in the stages of understanding the subject and also how to combat the technical issues while uploading or while preparing the returns and reconciliation for GST. So we have already done in the month of June, July, one faculty development program exclusively for upskilling the members in technology and also moving towards automation of offices. So these are the two most important factors that we have to consider because the government itself is moving at a very high speed in technology. There is already a news that in another 4 or 5 months there might not be monthly GST returns. And most of the young members, they depend, especially small and medium practitioners, their dependency on GST revenue is higher compared to other professional service revenues. So it is very important that even though the monthly returns are taken up, the statutory as an audit of by the members is taken off in respect of 99C. There is a huge opportunity in the area of GST. Am I right? Because the notices are given left and right. Till this law settles down. Now the technology is slowly settling down. But for the law to settle down, I think another 4 or 5 years is there. So another 4 or 5 years, there is scope for professional opportunities because of the so-called officials' notices, be it within the framework of law or beyond the framework of law. So it is becoming almost like a harassment to many assessees. I have mentioned this to the Chief Minister of Karnataka recently when I met him. Sir, this is the state of affairs across South in all the states. They are not understanding the law correctly, and also they are not tech savvy. They are giving the notices without applying their mind or without understanding the provisions. So here it is amounting to harassment to the business people who are the real revenue contributors to the exchequer. So under these circumstances, instead of wasting time in tracing the difficulties that are faced by the assessees, we can use technology and find out the things. I came to know so many things. I am not tech savvy, but still I am very much keen that the technology will enable you to resolve the problems even in case of litigation by tracing the data or by analyzing the data and putting it in the right way that the department requires. So in this initiative, because of the challenges of recent rains, you have suffered at Chennai, even Ramajayam, and some of the equipments also are what's called affected with that rains. So because of that, we could not have LED screen, and also we could not have the YouTube live and all. And also there is one technical problem here. The institute has come out with a plan that an SOP that hybrid system of CPE program cannot be done. So this is the only physical program, number one. Number two, if we give it on online also, there will be a problem of what's called the CPE credits. Number two is the problem of interaction. We can interact only if it is through Zoom. So we have provided only here around 50 to 60 accommodation physically, and to the branches, all the branches at the branch level only, because Zoom I think cannot take more than 500 people, right? So they would be able to have what's called this recorded version will be uploaded on YouTube today itself. We have to upload it today itself by evening or tomorrow latest, so that there is only another 15 days left. So I thank you once again for joining in a very short notice. I think you got the communication only yesterday or day for yesterday. Only yesterday. Within 1 day, 1.5 days, you have registered yourselves and you have shown the interest. Even though the registration is almost 70, here around 30, 35 are there, and I don't know whether they are yet to come or they want to join online. But the interactive session will be there, and here are the real pillars of this program. 3 persons of faculty are taking up this program. Actually, faculty development program when we did, we had the idea of taking this module also. I think because of the tax audit season and other things, and the members who attended for that training program, from each branch we called 3 to 4 members, and they were trained here for 2 days. Later again 2 days online also training was given. Despite all this, what they thought that they were technically very sound, they found it very interesting, and they were astonished to see that so many other options also were there. So thanks to the faculty who conducted that program, and as a continuation to that program, we try to do it continuously. Number one, to help the members to comply with the requirements of the statutory deadlines. Number two, in the long term, automating the offices also of all the small and medium practitioners. You all know the challenge of new syllabus, getting the articles difficult for some time now till the students pass intermediate, and so many chartered accountants are practicing, all would not be getting the sufficient number of article students in the initial stages. So automation is the other way where we can cope with it. So with these words, I wish you all a very happy learning, and I thank all the branches who have joined here. I don't know how many members, how many branches have taken the initiative. Some branches, I think you shared the link. I welcome you all who are there online, and once again I welcome you all and wish you all a very happy learning. Special thanks to Ramajayam, Deepika, and Ratinavel, who is joining online from Sivakasi, another faculty. 3 faculty are there. Feel free. The number of queries that you raise and the clarifications given by the faculty will help those who attend, those who watch it on YouTube. Those who are live, no issue. Because once we upload it, they will not be having the option of asking questions. So I wish you clarify your doubts, or if you feel that some area is there where all the members do not know or there is some problem, please raise that issue so that will be helpful to other members even though you know about it. So it's only a collective learning, not teaching. So with these words, we shall do this program and see that the purpose is served. So thank you all for this opportunity, and we will take it forward, seeing the reaction from the members in the coming days also. All other areas also we wish to cover like this. Technology, I assure you that today itself there is an EC meeting. We will take stock of the condition of all the equipments here, and there is no dearth of funds for SIRC. We are here to buy the best of equipments, and building alone, I think, where it is getting postponed, within the infrastructure available, we will try to provide you the best of facilities in the coming days. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman sir. Kelly sir, do you want to say anything?
Chairman and all the members present here on physically and the members online. Morning, thanks for you. Friends, change is the most constant thing. So it's not that all the practicing members are not aware of 9C reconciliation, but the income tax website, GST website is changing very fast. So we need to update our knowledge with those changes that are happening, and I'm sure the training or interaction with being a workshop, the faculty will discuss with you on the audit tech tools that are available and how it will help us to ensure our reconciliation is done properly and filed so that our client is happy with the job. So in a sense, we are only trying to update or upgrade our skill to what we had with a lot of changes that are happening. I'm sure this session will be very interesting and very learning. So I wish all the faculty and all the members who are present online, offline, happy learning. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Kelly sir. You have set a good start for today's program. Without much ado, we will start today's program. We have with us, for today, we have 3 speakers, CA Ramajayam, CA Deepika, and CA Ratnagiri. Ramajayam and Deepika ma'am, they are physically present here, and Ratnagiri sir will be joining through Zoom from Sivakasi. It's my privilege to introduce the speakers for today. CA Ramajayam is a practicing chartered accountant, faculty, data analyst, speaker from Chennai. He has transformed his career from his family-owned business of retail trade and a transport company to the profession of chartered accountant. He is passionate about technology, data analytics, business process automation, and also involved in developing various fintech products for the benefit of communities. He is also visiting faculty and trainer for faculties at SIRC. Apart from being a qualified chartered accountant, he holds a master degree in commerce and a diploma in information systems audit from ICI and various other certifications in the field of technology. Further, he is currently pursuing a diploma in international taxation from ICI. He is also associated with the Tally Solutions in customizing Tally ERP through TDLs. Currently, he is the proprietor of firm Mrs. Ramajayam and Associate Chartered Accountant based out of Chennai. The other speaker, Deepika, she is a fellow Chartered Accountant, holds a diploma in Information Systems Audit. She is a certified credit research analyst, PGP Business Intelligence, Great Lakes. She also passed limited insolvency examination. She has been handling assignments involving audit analytics, exception reporting, application review, ERP remediation, information technology general controls, internal financial controls, internal audits for banks, NBFCs and manufacturing companies. She is a special invitee to the Digital Accounting and Assurance Committee of ICRC. She was the Joint Secretary of the Institute of Internal Auditors, Madras Chapter, Chairperson of the Women's Committee for the Institute of International Auditors, Madras Chapter, faculty with the ICRC for Information Technology Training and Advanced Information Technology Training. And the third speaker who is joining through online, Ratnagiri sir. He is a fellow chartered accountant, practice in partnership firm Mrs. Senpakamurthy and Company Shivakasi, one of the core team members and admin of HMG Forum, an open source Windows API for hardware X-based language. He is involved in implementing ERP and DSS, developed Android apps, and they are in Google Play Store. He is also a faculty member for Information System Audit course of ICI, ITT and Advanced ITT of ICI, presented various papers in seminars with regard to Excel, Power Products, BA and Data Analytics. With this brief, I have great pleasure in welcoming all the three speakers to handle today's session. I hand over the proceedings to Mr. Ramajayam and Deepika. Over to you.
So let me start this, start the session with a election manifesto. For example, how election manifestos are given in this country. Since 2024 is being a year of election to the council as well as to the Lok Sabha. So I'll start like this. So end of the session, I assure that you people can able to do a preliminary review of a GST audit in less than 30 minutes time. And there are some of the tables which cannot be filled. For example, one such table in GST 9C where expense wise we need to give the GST amount of expenditure which comes through the GST channel and comes through the non-GST channel. Similar to our clause 44 in 3CD. You all would recollect some time back would have given a disclaimer, where that report can be given in less than 15 seconds. I don't think so. It looks like the election manifesto. So end of the session, these are the key takeaways. And as well as there is a real problem for us in consolidating the GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B data. We all recollect in the small and medium practitioners firm, we give download the copy of PDF copy of 3B and give to the youngest article or the new joinee to ask them to type it in Excel. And you all know the consolidated version of GSTR 1 can be downloaded in PDF and other data is only available in GSRs. Again, at the time of filing of GST, the data is prepared from a ERP to Excel. The Excel is in turn uploaded to an offline utility. From the offline utility, a JSON is downloaded, uploaded. After uploaded, there are corrections modified in the site. You can insert a couple of vouchers, delete, add more information, finally submit. God only knows what was the data transmitted to the GST site. Now coming back, there are a lot of utilities available in the market at a paid price which downloads all these data. You all can recollect, all these utilities can download the data with respect to the 12 months only for the period that audit is done. But however, the site allows to file an amendment even after the close of the year. That is, after from March to this September, October, or until October, I believe. So we have a real good problem in downloading this data, as well as invoice or any information relating to a document can be amended one single time in the site. For example, you upload an invoice in a financial year, then the later client goes and changes the invoice, amends the invoice. It is possible, it can be happening even during the period of the year or even after the financial year. As an auditor, we need what are the original data which got uploaded and what was the revised data. For example, is there any change in the GST number or change in the value or change in the tax?
Recording in progress.
Change
So friends, to continue, this website will convert and consolidate all your JSON files into a single Excel file. I'm going to show you a small demonstration. So I'm going to click this upload multiple files button. Yeah, there is a series of GSTR1 JSON file which is zipped and downloaded randomly for some of the clients online. So I'm going to, and it has both GSTR1 and GSTR3B. I'll first show you how to convert the GSTR1. So I'm going to select multiple files in one shot. And give open. So if you see, there are 22 files being uploaded. I'm going to click, it is GSTR1. I'm going to click this button, GSTR1. See what is the time it takes in converting. So what will happen is this data gets uploaded to the server, and it gets downloaded into a single consolidated GSTR1 file, which is available here. And I'm going to open this. So this is a structure of the sheet. There are 17 parts in GSTR1, like B2B, B2B amendments. So B2C, B2C large. So every part there is an amendment, exports, like that, amendment. So all the 17 sheets, as how it is actually filled and uploaded, it's been downloaded and given to you, consolidated. So invoice is amended multiple times. So it will appear one time in B2B as well as one more time in B2BA. This is what an auditor needs. The original version of the data as well as the revised version of data. Unlike any other software utilities, this will not give you a consolidated version of the data for us or enable you to fill the various tables of your 9 and 9C. It just consolidates, give you the data. Convert, consolidate, give you the data. And you can also, if you see this site, it converts your 1 and 3B also into single file. So you upload 1 or 3B, multiple 1s or 3B, it will identify, convert 3B also into single file. I'm going to show you. Just now I show you only GSTR1. So I'm going to click on this upload multiple files button again. So this folder has 1 and 3B because if you see the bottom R3B. So multiple files are there. I'm going to give open. There are 77 files now. I'm going to click on convert to 1 to 3B. So depending upon your internet bandwidth, the 77 files gets uploaded and takes a little less than 3 to 5 seconds, sometimes 8-10 seconds, depending upon your size of the data, it converts. And the speed, like one such client I tried with around 6 lakhs of invoices, it took like 22 seconds. Yeah, it had that company had 32 branches in the country. Turnover is more than 2,000 crores. So around 4 years or 3 years, 6 lakhs line item of invoices. It took only 22 seconds. So I'll come to the technology later. It works on with a technology called Python, so which converts to you in a faster speed. And SARC is under a conversation, to put this utilities under another set of utilities into a common tab in the SARC portal. At the moment, it is hosted in the portal called GST Audit. Now, coming back, members who have joined online, so if you have any queries on this, you can put it. I'll try to answer in the break, and there is also Ratnagiri sir also available, and he'll also try to answer. Now, problem in downloading. You cannot go month by month, click and download, right? So, anyone knows how to any tool to download all the GSTR one files in one shot? Anyone? No, I don't want volunteers to answer this. So no one. All right. So there is one site called portal.octagst.com, which helps you in downloading all the files. So with this, I'm going to give you a 10-minute break so that people who have joined with laptops can able to download all the data in a single click. So Kalik, can you just give me one username and password for me to download? Maybe note it down and come to me so that I'll log in. Maybe my data. So simple user registrations you need to make. And there is another tool called GST Assistant. One of my students said, which is also a add-in like this, which can be helpful in downloading. So it's a free login which can be created. It will do all your Excel conversions at the top. Okay, but it gives you all the JSON in a single click for you at free. So where I'm using this. A little bit faster today. I don't know some reason behind it's a little lagging. So I'm just logging into my user ID, where all your GST data is listed on the left side. It's my, and this one gives every data at a premium, but the JSON is at free. Also, it does not withhold, I'm not sure about the Excel and other things, does not withhold any data. It downloads directly from the site and gives to you in Excel. So here, if I click on GSTR1 and JSON download, it goes and checks whether that data is available or not. Generally, that's very quicker. I don't know, some reason it is slower today. You can say generate all. You can say generate all. After some time, maybe it will take 5 minutes, less than 4-5 minutes to generate. After some time, you can give download all the data will get downloaded into a JSON file, multiple JSON. But 3B also you can go to JSON download. Here the data will not get generated for 4-5 minutes. You can directly go and give download. I'm going to show you how to download the 3B. But generally, it takes a lot of time, but it depends upon the speed of your GST site as well. And depending upon which period you're logging, whether you're logging in between 20th to 30th or 1 to 20 like that. So here it is 1 month it is loaded. It generally loads very quicker. You can say download all. All your files will get down. One by one, it gets downloaded. So likewise, you can go and you can go and download your GSTR1, 2A, 2B, and 3B in JSON format. So now you can see 3 files being downloaded. Like that, you can do multiple downloads. Now coming back to the conversion. Second time I've uploaded with my 1 and 3B, which I'm going to show you the data. So you all saw this 17 parts, the B2B, B2B amendments and so on. If you go to the last sheet, you'll get the 3B in a Excel format, just like that it is typed. Now, how to consolidate or how to read this? I'm going to select all the data. Insert a pivot table. You okay? Then I'm going to put description in the row. I'm going to take taxable value, CGST, SGST in the amount column. So now I have all the data. Whatever, this is one single month. All the 1 year gets consolidated. If you want to see, I think 3 financial years I've added. I'll add the financial year to a slicer. I can go and see any financial year. If I want a period also, I can add the period to the slicer. I want any one period also, I can able to change it. So this view, the entire GST data, 3B data gets consolidated. And very important point, the utilization, how much cash is paid, because as an auditor, we should know what amount of taxes discharged to taxes and through ITC. So this will show you the amount of cash paid. In this case, the template I've taken is there is no data. See here, there is some tax paid also. It's coming. So maybe in the 3B, when we fill the data, we will only fill the data relating to sales, data relating to purchases. We will not know, or we will know the utilization later, and a challan is created. On the printout, we will not know how much is cash. However, in the JSON data, the cash paid, utilization, and everything is available, which is given in a simple Excel sheet. So now I'm going to give you 10 minutes where you can simply log into the GST portal and try downloading a couple of JSON files, upload into this portal, which will convert you. Likewise, in this portal, the 2A and 1 alone takes few minutes to generate. I've already clicked GSTR 1 to generate. Only if it is generated, the latest data can be downloaded. Until 1 week, it will be in the memory. It will be in the GST portal memory. And with respect to 2B, it will be already there. You can just click on a button, you can download. And as well as table A is 8A is available online. So you may not need the 2B at all. But if you want, you can download it into a single shot. So this is how the sites data is being consolidated. So you can ask any one of your articles before starting the audit to download all these files and keep. And coming back to the number of files being converted, if you do any typical audit, my suggestion is not converting the 12 months file. You should go to the 18 months, the subsequent years till the current return. For example, we are going to do an audit for the year 22-23. We should download the data for the subsequent 6 or 7 months until this November, convert 18 files or 19 files in one solution, because then only we can able to capture the amendments possible. I still recall, when the GST was introduced, annual return was introduced in 2021-22. Many utilities only downloaded that particular 12 months data used for. So this is my suggestion to take into account the subsequent amendments as well. Coming to a practical point of view. Now you all got a sense of how it's going to be done. Similar thing is going to happen in Tally, where we will pull out the data. In my office, I have very limited experience of I've seen the people who have joined us in the 48 registrations or 50 plus registrations. Only 4 of them are juniors to me. All of them are seniors to me. So I had a very limited amount of practice for 4 years. Still an associate member. Maybe next year I'll become a fellow member. In my office, we do this review in early as April to June. Convert this. So the findings will be like this. These items you need to go and amend, and there will be 3 outcomes of this audit. One, any amendments might require in your GST portal. 2, amendments in your ERP. Your books might be wrong. 3, we don't know what it is. Either ERP or either site. Management decide. So what we do is give it to them. Management goes and amends in GST site or amends in validate. The subsequent months, that is July, August, September. Again, we download the same set of data, refresh, and it will tell us whether the amendments are rectified. So during the financial audit itself, we complete the GST audit. And today, a lot of industries, which is 90 or 95% in the GST chain, the moment you've done this analysis, you almost verified the 90%. So this has been done. Now I'll give you a 5 to 10 minutes limited time. Most likely my team can also fix the audio. So with this, you try downloading if you GSTR 1 or 2A or 2B or your 3B JSON data. And we have 3 volunteers here. They will help you in logging in. You try downloading and upload to the site and convert back into Excel. Maybe if you cannot do all the file, is okay. At least you can just get used to it on how to convert it. So I'll give you a 10 minutes time. And any doubts, meanwhile, you have online as well as offline, keep me posted. I'm ready to answer. All right. So now time is 10:48. I'll give you time till 11 o'clock to complete this exercise. And we will continue the session then. All right. Thank you. Okay.
ஜாயின் பண்ணிருக்கேன். அதையும் கட் பண்ணிடுவோம் சார். இன்டர்நெட் டவுன் அதான் விட்டுருக்கேன். எல்லாம் கனெக்ட் ஆகிதான் இருக்கு. இப்போ அவரதுல இன்டர்நெட் ஆகும்.
Hello. 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 Test. Hello. 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 Test. Hello.
Hello. Hello, test. Hello. Hello. Hello, test. Test. Hello. Hello.
கனெக்ட் ஆகலப்பா கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கா எப்படி பண்ணணும் சரி இப்ப என்ன பண்ணணும் ஓகே
Hello. Check. Check. Hello. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. Hello. Check. Hello. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. 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 Check. Check.
So friends, there are questions asked by some members how to download this file even though without portal, how to directly download. So from the site, once you log in, you need to go to the return dashboard. Speed cannot be improved. Speed improve பண்ண முடியாதா?
So okay. So here
you can click on downloading GST 1, which has to be done month by month. Generate JSON file to download.
It's
already available. It will ask you to allow you to click to download. Otherwise, it will take 4-5 minutes for generation.
See, in my
case, it is downloaded.
So there are two ways. Using this, you can download it in one single click for any number of years. If you want to offline mode, you can go like this, click on offline downloading and download month by month. So this has to be done manually. And anyone, can you please confirm you have downloaded and converted it? If you're trying. Yeah. Once after generation, you have to allow 3 to 5 minutes for the file to be available to download. In case of 2B, 3B, it will be already there. You can just click and download. There is no need of generation of 3B and 2B because those are static returns. You can just go and click and download.
TDS இதுல போட்டுருக்கேன் சார் டாக்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பார்க்கலாம் டைப் பண்ண வச்சுருவேன் கரெக்டா கரெக்ட் தானே சார். அந்த இது ஆடிட்டிங் சார் மாற்றி நெட் ஆஃப் அதே பண்ணிடுறேன் சார். அதே பண்ணி மேலே வந்து அப்படியே எல்லாம் பார்க்குறது இல்லை. ஆமாம், நெட் ப்ராஃபிட் இருக்கிற ப்ராஃபிட் 7,10,000 வருதா வருது சார். அப்புறம் கம்பெடிஷனில் வந்து வர அந்த டேக்ஸ் ரீஃபண்ட் வருதா 60,000 அது டோட்டல் வருது. அந்த டேக்ஸபிள் இன்கம் வருதா 1,06,000 எல்லாமே வருதா? இப்போ நான் கம்பெடிஷன் பொருள் வருதா? ஒவ்வொரு டைம் வந்து நம்ம பாருன்னு சொல்லாத, நான் வெளியூர்ல இருந்து என்ன பண்ணுவேன் பாரு, சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைடா பாரு, எப்படி பார்ப்பேன் சார். இது அப்டேட் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது சார். அந்த ஐடி இது ஒன்றைய அப்டேட் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது சார். ஏதா நீங்க பண்றது அப்டேட் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது. இப்போ இந்த பட்டன் எடுத்து அப்டேட் ஆகிட்டா நான் கிளிக் பண்ணி பார்த்தா தான் தெரியும். கேட்டா சிங்க்ரனைசேஷன் தான் சார் போட்டு முடியும். சிங்க்ரனைசேஷன் ஆயிருக்கும்னு அர்த்தம். இந்த இடத்துல வந்து இந்த இடத்துல லைனா இருந்ததுன்னா அப்டேட்டட் அது வருதா. முதல்ல கீப்பரை கரெக்டா கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணப்பா. இதை இன்கம் ஐடி பேப்பர் ஓபன் பண்ணிக்க கம்பெடிஷன் சீட்டு ஓபன் பண்ணிட்ட சார். அந்த சிங்க் எடுத்து வந்துருச்சு சார். நெட் லாஸ் காட்டுது சார். ப்ராஃபிட் லாஸ் அக்கௌண்ட்ல வருது இல்லப்பா. சீட்டு ஓபன் பண்ணணும். ஓபன் பண்ணியாச்சு சார். என்ன வருது? நெட் லாஸ் காட்டுது சார். 22 லட்சம் 22 சொல்றேன் புரியல சார். இங்க அப்டேட் எல்லாமே ஒரே அங்கேயே திங்க் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கு. அதை பார்த்து இன்னமும் நான் பார்த்து
பண்ணிடுவோம் சார். டைப் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஒரு நிமிஷம். ரிட்டர்ன் டு மீட்டிங் இதை மினிமைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு ரிட்டர்ன் டு மீட்டிங் போகுங்களா? இது மினிமைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு அந்த ஃப்ளோட்டிங் பார் வரும்னா ரிட்டர்ன் டு மீட்டிங். One could be able to convert it. You can just go and log in, sir. Simply download 2B or one something randomly. You need not zip it. Just upload. Yes. Yeah. You can just log into the portal. GST auditor. Yeah. Click on upload multiple files. Yeah. And what type of file it is? You need to click that button. One.
Okay. And
No,
then
no.
I have to.
Yeah. No. First click again. Reselect it. Control whatever you can drag it and select it multiple files.
Okay. So just first three. First
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. You're so okay.
Everything I can.
Yeah. One shot. Open. No, you have to give open. Then click on this button. No, you have to mismatch the file and converted a different one, or you uploaded a wrong file. Maybe to upload 2 files. Oh, shall I continue? Time is 11. Yeah. So friends, now I believe online, Ratnagiri sir, can you confirm that you can get my voice clearly?
Yes.
Sir சொல்றாரு. சார் ஏதோ சொல்றாருப்பா, எனக்கு கேட்கல, கொஞ்சம் பாருங்க. சார் வாய்ஸ் எனக்கு கேட்கல. I believe my voice is audible. Can someone? Yeah. Ratnagiri sir has responded. Yes, thank you. So I think the audio problem is finally fixed. Now I'll move on to the next shot. There were some query asked by one member. Sir, can I download without Okta? So you can go to any return like this. Click on downloading it into offline mode, and you can download month by month. So the benefit of using this Okta GST tool is you can download all the files into
one single shot. Also, apart from this GST reconciliation, this Okta tools helps in a different way. For example, some cases where multiple registrations are across this country, where from one unit they will sell to another unit. In those cases, it is like purchase and sales, which has to be netted off in the financial statements. You can download all the branch data in a single folder, convert it into one single shot. So you will get all the sales, both internal as well as external sales. Using a pivot, you can analyze what kind of transaction has happened between units, and you can also net it off and remove it. So these are the other benefits of using this tool. Again, also one more peculiar thing, now it is almost the GST ecosystem is matured. It's like 6 years into the GST. We have started receiving 17, 18, and 18, 19 final notices. When a new client is, comes to me, I generally download the last 5 years data in one single shot. I tell my office guys. So they download, I convert them. I do a preliminary review every year, whether your one has been tallied with your 3B or 2A has been tallied with your 3B ITC or not. I just do a small health check. For example, if you go to a multi-specialty hospital for any complaint, first the doctor will ask you to do a series of health checks. So maybe it will take a couple of days for you to complete the health check. Like that, we used to take a health check even before the client is admitted in my office. So anytime soon, this tool will be ported back into the SIRC site. You can start using, or if this domain is registered by me and the institute wants to handle it also, I'm ready to provide it. There is some conversation going on regarding this. So this is one part. I believe all of you got how to convert. And now if you have any questions to the members physically present here, I'm ready to answer on this conversion before I move on to the ERP data extraction. Is that doubt, sir? Anyone? And you can keep your doubts, reserved. You can post me as and when you get. I believe many are trying to, extract this information. Now, second step, tally data. So I have listed down the problems, multiple tax ledgers being created, and multiple voucher types is used to download data. Any other problem you have, sir, apart from that? I'll see whether I can be able to give a solution for the same. Yes, in Tally. Yeah, please. But the major problems are number 2, multiple GST ledgers and multiple voucher types for input and outputs, and non-bifurcation of credit notes related to credit notes and related debit notes for outward supply other than outward supply. This bifurcation is not available. Now, so in order to extract this information, and have you ever seen you exporting any data from Tally which runs into few hundred lines? It is fine, right? It will get stopped. It'll say out of memory. So do you think a client with 40,000 data line items of input and outputs, that is purchases and sales, do you think can you able to extract the data in one shot, one click? Not at all possible, sir. That is the problem with large volumes. So what did I do? I went and learned the programming language behind Tally. It is called a TDL, Tally Definition Language. So I'm not a programmer by default, I'm a chartered accountant, but I learned that. And I took one basic class from my class 11 journals. So I combined both these two. I came out with a small TDL or Tally developer utility, which can be attached to your Tally offline, free of cost, and download the daybook data from Tally to Excel in a click. The speed of downloading takes around 1,000 entries in 10 seconds. So that fast you can transfer the entire daybook data into Excel. Now I'll tell you what is this data. So what is this class 11 journal tells me is any accounting can be only 5 columns: date, particulars, debit amount, credit amount, and narration. 5 is a very basic for any transaction. What if this 5 data entered in Tally comes with 5 columns? I tried this, I succeeded. Then I thought of why don't I attach few more columns. So I ended up at 36 columnar report, 36 columns of report. For example, a Tally has only 2 entries, each 1 debit and 1 credit. So that will show you 4 liner of 36 column report. So with this data, any reporting is possible if you are very good in Excel. Not only related to this GST audit, most of your columns of your class for 3CD report can be filled. For example, one key area, sir, as a small and medium practitioners, we all suffer is when it comes to MSME clients, they go and borrow the funds for any, violation of 185 of the Companies Act or 269 SS and T of the Companies Act. End of the year, they pass a closing entry, they close the balance, or they map the ledger from the loan account to the debtor or creditor account. And there are debtors and creditors are running into hundreds of numbers. Do you think we can able to find out what loan account, which was originally used, later regrouped? Not possible. So like that, you can go and trace out all these anomalies inside Tally using this particular report, which is a 36 columnar debooked report, which can be downloaded from Tally free of cost. So I'm going to show you this now, which I want every one of you to download. So the crux of the discussion is we were halfway mark. We just learned how to download this data from site and upload it, convert it. So site data is ready. ERP data has to be ready. So now how to do this? You have to go to a site called same website. There is a button called click here to download Tally connector. You click this, you get a small file called collection.tcp. You can click this one more time and there'll be a button here to download. There'll be a button here to download raw file. So it'll, if you click it, a small file with 2 kilobytes will get downloaded. Okay, now I'll go one step back on this. So what this will do, one-time settings has to be done in Tally. After downloading this file, you need to go to this help TDL add-on. I will be doing it and attach the file to the Tally. Step number 2 is in connectivity settings, connectivity, you need to, it will be none. You have to enable this ODBC to both and run the Tally in administrator mode. If you do all these 3 steps, the data will get exposed, the daybook data will get exposed into the ODBC platform like this, where you get the voucher data to get imported into Excel. So it's a one-time process, and every other time, whatever companies you load, the data will get directly imported. I'm going to show you the demonstration of how it is imported. Then I'll allow you time to add this utility in your laptop and download it. So now I'm going to click on opening the Tally, and also I have to keep a sample data, demo data ready. So I'm going to go to So I got a Tally demo data. I would suggest you, if you don't have any sample data, it's fine. You can ask my team to get this demo data. The demo data is already available in the site called tallysolutions.com. You can click on downloads, and there is a very bad bandwidth in my PC, I guess. So here you have download previous versions or support files. You can click on this. Here you have a button for download sample data. So you can use this, and this data has been downloaded here and extracted. You can use your own version of data, and irrespective of whether it is Tally ERP or Tally Primes, any version, this will work. So I've copied the data and opened the Tally. Tally is being opened. So give me a couple of minutes. So meanwhile, I'll show you the list of files or the fields being downloaded. So these are the fields, 36 columns. I know it is very much of data, but I'll quickly identify you one of the important key element rows. Row number 5, 4 will give you the voucher number, 5 will give you the voucher date, 6 will give you the voucher type name, 7 will give you the narration. And the ledger names, that is the particulars column in your journal report, will be coming in the 18th row or 18th column. 19th column, sorry, 20 and 21 will be your debit and credit amounts, like your journal report. 19th column will be your amount, consolidated amount, debits and credits taking into single column. And rest all some of the important elements pulled out of Tally. So there are a lot of applications, being downloaded. I think Tally Prime is still running in my case. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll try to load it. Yeah, finally I've successfully loaded my Tally. If you go to F1 help, here TDLs and add-ons will come. It is there in the same screen. So if you click on this particular page, it'll ask you to upload the TDL file. You have to click on F4 manage, give yes here, and paste the path. So in my case, it is in downloads. I pasted the path, the collection, the file has come in, I've loaded. Okay. And after it is loaded, so it will be configured locally in your case. In my case, it is configured at the account. So I'll not go deep into it. It will say loaded. That means this TDL is attached. Again, this TDL is written by me, like the Tally developer, compiled by me, given to all members of this region free of cost. It is available till 31st of December 2024. And after that, a newer version will come because 3.0 and 4.0 is introduced. Newer version and a lot of data points is going to get changed. So there is a limited versioning for this file. And it is absolutely free of cost. There is no data again being withheld. The file is in your computer. You can use it in multiple PCs. There is no restriction on using this file. Now, coming back on
Sir, the
how
screen
to use this.
The screen is not visible, sir.
ఏం ప్రాబ్లం సార్ వస్తున్నాడా
Yes. I'm not. Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. So I'll once again repeat, you need to go to this F1 help, TDLs and add-ons. And here in you have to go to F4 manage TDL. In my case, it is in downloads. So I pasted the path and attached this collection.tcp. So after this, one more step, you need to go to F1 settings, connectivity.
Zoom meeting by
default, you have to give both. As a security perspective, security reason, the Tally is given blocked the ODBC as none. You have to keep on both and save it. Okay, it's been explained. If you miss it out, it's been explained in this GitHub page. What to be done? See here, you need to attach the TDL. And you need to keep the connectivity, ODBC connectivity to both. Then you have to run the Tally in the administrator mode. That's it. 3 things. And this is one-time process. So once you've done in your PC, you can forget it. Now coming back on this data extraction from Tally. So one single click, or one option where the data is being available, you have to click on data tab, get data, other sources, Microsoft query. Data, get data, other sources, Microsoft query. Again, you need not to note it. Same site. You have the screenshot on how to click as well. So data, get data, other sources, Microsoft query. There will be a name of the data source called Tally ODBC 64_9000. I'm clicking it. There is some error. Just give me a moment. Meanwhile, I would suggest you to, download this and keep this. Sorry, I've not loaded my Tally data. Just give me a moment.
Okay, so we respond.
Check now.
Wait.
2 sheets.
So this is a data given by the Tally solutions which I've loaded. It is for the year 20 to 21. Again, I'm going to go to Excel, data, get data, other sources, Microsoft query. The query editor is open. Close this. So this is the field of voucher. Table name of voucher. I'm going to give next and finish. So it will take somewhere between 10-15 seconds. My system is overloaded by a lot of utilities now. So might take 20 seconds to get connected. So it will ask me where to load the data. Yeah, I give OK. The entire daybook table, irrespective of the number of transactions, get loaded from Excel, from Tally to Excel without exporting through ODBC format. Yes, done. Now, the data, now it is only 900 lines of data, probably 400-500 entries. If you have 20,000 entries, this process will take 40 to 50 seconds, depending upon how speed of your computer. Again, I'll show you what is the best advantage out of this particular ODBC connection. I'll give you time to download this. So you can see 945 line items, probably 400 plus entries. A compound entry with 1 debit, multiple credits also will show up here. So I'm going to go to a Tally, pass a voucher for you. some cash payment voucher. Random entry I pass. I'll come here, 945 lines. I'm going to do a refresh. What happened? Did I get updated? So a lot of weird things we can do. For example, I don't know whether I'll have time or not. I can volunteer you to come to this, my computer, go and alter any entry, create any ledger. I can able to find it. Unlike a edit log, where you know which voucher is altered, then only you can go and see all the previous versions. I can just click of button, I can see what entry is last passed in this tally. Since I'm using a edit log version, I'm going to filter out the alter ID from large to small. There is a field called updated date and time. So can you see it is candles and matches, debit to cash, the amount column. Updated date and time is 14th December, 11:22. You can also track the entry passed after the close of the office time, if at all they're using a edit log version. You can see the other entries, the updated date is not captured because Tally introduced this demo data even before the edit log is introduced. Now I migrated to the edit log version and I can able to get the data. A lot of things can be done. Any ledger got updated, a ledger created now and a predated entry is passed in during the financial year. Everything can be found out using this. So now I'll highlight the important fields one more time, and before I give this to you to import this data. So there is something called voucher number, date, voucher type, name. So now voucher number 1 will be present in sales, 1 will be present in purchases, 1 will be present in debit notes. So voucher number not necessarily making any sense out of it. So what did I do? There is something called master ID inside Tally. Every ledger, every transaction has a master ID. This master ID will not get changed. Once you create a voucher, a master ID will get attached to a voucher. Later you change the amount, same master ID. Later you put it cancelled, same master ID. Cancelled voucher you revive back and pass it into a different voucher type, same voucher, master ID. Master ID never gets detached from a voucher. We know when you go insert a predated voucher, the number jumbles up. Nothing happens to the master ID. So what did I do? I created a key called with appending the voucher type name, the master ID. You can see 745 is the master ID and voucher number. I attached all the three, created a unique set inside this data. So now why it is appearing two times? One debit and one credit. So sometimes it will appear 3 times depending upon whether it is a compound entry or not. So if you see the sales as 3 lines, what it means? You'll have one debit and multiple credits. Now coming to this field of ledger name and amount, you know the particulars columns is ledger name here. The debit amount is here, credit amount is there. Debits are in negatives, credits are in positives. I'm going to click on yes, take the total of this column, the sum is 0. That means mathematically all the debits and credit has been pulled up, matched. Again, a couple of more fields. I'm just to make you more relevant. I'm taking one field by one field. So candles and matches, it is a balance sheet item by the name of the ledger. It is grouped under sundry debtors. So the ledger, each ledger line item where it is grouped also brought here. Cash is grouped under cash in hand. Again, you can see 2 columns, parent, primary group. Primary group, or if you have a group name called local debtors inside your debtors, your subgroups, the subgroups is called parent. The primary ultimate group is called primary group. If you don't use subgroups, both will be same. So if you map the candles under local debtors inside your debtors, then your parent will be local debtors. The ultimate group will be sundry debtors. and the GST number in the voucher, GST number in the party ledger, whether it is a regular or unregistered will be appearing here. You can recall your clause 44 reports. So all of the data will be appearing here. The name of the company, period when the data is opened. We all see multiple times my articles, my own articles, sitting on the last row. They generally go and work in a different year. They don't see whatever year just opened, they will start working, not really seeing which year it is. So I captured the year of the data, as well as captured the voucher number, company folder number, captured the location where the data is saved. So after years of reconciliation, we will try identifying the tally data where it is. Everything can be resolved because everything is captured in this data. Now I'll give you time. Just before that, I'm going to show you what it is, what can be possible out of this. I'm going to select everything, select this table, insert a pivot table, give OK. Ledger name, I'm going to drag it to rows. I'm going to take the primary group to the rows above ledger. Then primary group, I'm going to put as a slicer. I'm going to give you time, but I'm quickly doing it to show the, possibility of what it can do. GST registration type to the columns. And I'm going to take direct expenses, indirect expenses, purchases. So what data it is, sir? Can you identify what table it is? 9C, you need to give us similar information. Again, I'll tell you what is this unregistered and what is this blank. The total expenditure under this 3 years is 24 lakhs. Out of this, 11 lakhs has come through the GST regular or your input chain route. The balance of unregistered and blanks, again roughly 11-12 lakhs. It's an unregistered supplies. You all can recollect when you create a ledger. When you create a ledger, you specify here whether it is register, regular, or composition, or sometimes you leave it as blank. Sometimes we leave it as blank. In case of direct payments without the GST chain, just cash payments, all of this, there will be no data. So that is why it is coming as blanks here. Basically, banks and unregistered can be clubbed together and reported. So this is required in clause 44 of the 3CD reports. Till today, we are giving disclaimers. Again, one last, you can change this data to another company. Another company I'm loading. In the same tally, I'm going to close it. Now, give me a while, I'll take the suitable data. So if you load another company, come here, do a right click and refresh, then the next company data will get loaded. So you need not to repeat this process multiple times. You can have a same set of templates with the raw data of daybook. Maybe I can rename this data to, this data to daybook, this data to clause 44, and I can keep on tables like this. Once I refresh, all the data gets refreshed, and I can use this template for other company. Now just think about how many number of reconciliations you can do in a day. So we will do this part of analyzing or transforming this data in a while. Okay. So analyzing the data. Now it's a time for tea, as well as you can download this tool by going to this GST auditor.in and clicking on this download in the meanwhile. and connect any data and see whether you can load it in Excel. And also I have taken so far like roughly 1 hour to show you the data to download. But in a real time, when you do, once you do it for first time, it will be slightly difficult. My team is ready to assist you. On the multiple occasions, it will hardly take any time, maybe 2-3 minutes for you to, completely download this data. All right. So with this, we'll take a break and, we'll come back, resume by 11:50. 10 minutes for the break as well as 10 minutes for connecting this tool. And we'll continue the class from 11:50 onwards. Thank you.
మీట్ల బ్యాట్ల ఇది పొద్దున్నే రాలేదు సరిగ్గా
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఆఫీస్ లో
అదిరా నేను ఇప్పుడు మామూలు బుక్ GST తేడా పడుతుంది అది కదా నాకు కావాలి. రన్నింగ్ క్వార్టర్ది ఉన్న ఇన్పుట్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ లో పడింది అది ఓకే. నువ్వు చెప్తుంది రన్నింగ్ ఇయర్ది నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ లో పడింది అంటున్నావు. ఓకే అది బాగానే ఉంది. నార్మల్ గా ఇయర్లీ ఎందుకు పడుతుంది? 6 months లో తేడా ఉంది. దీనికి దానికి మంత్ వైజ్ చూద్దామని చూస్తే మంత్ వైజ్ క్వార్టర్ వైజ్ చేసుకొచ్చేది క్లారిటీ కావాలి. అంటే నువ్వు అంటుంది ఏంది? ఐటీసీ నేను తీసుకునేది ఈ ఇయర్ లో తీసుకున్నా అని 2B లో వచ్చింది నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ లో వచ్చింది అన్నావు. ఇది ఒక పాయింట్. ఇంకో పాయింట్ ఏంది? నా బుక్స్ లో ఈ ఇయర్ లో ఉంది అని 3B లో నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ లో క్లెయిమ్ చేసుకున్నాం అంటున్నావు. అప్పుడేం ఉండాలి? బుక్స్ లో యాక్సెస్ ఉండాలి, 3B లో తక్కువ ఉండాలి. అంతే కదా? ఇక్కడ ఏముంది? రివర్స్ లో ఉంది. 3B లో యాక్సెస్ ఉంది, నీ బుక్ లో తక్కువ ఉంది. 66,000 నీ బుక్ లో తక్కువ అంటే నువ్వు ఎంట్రీ బిల్లు లేని తీసుకున్నట్టే కదా లెక్క. మరి అది ఏదో ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలిగా. అది అది 2B దానికి తేడా వచ్చినప్పుడు దాన్ని చూసుకున్నాం. అదే ఇక్కడ చూపిస్తున్నా కదా ఇప్పుడు దీనికి తేడా అనేసి అని. దీనికి ఓకే, నాకు బుక్ లోనే తేడా వస్తుంది. 3 కోట్ల ఎంత ఇక్కడ 46,000 తేడా. 3,86,000 GS లో తీసుకుంటే బుక్ లో 3,39,000 ఎంట్రీ చేస్తాం. పక్కన పెట్టే రాసేపు బుక్ ఓపెన్ నైన్ కట్టే సేవ్ చేసుకుంటే ఎంట్రీ కొడుతుంటే ఉంటుందా డేటా 9లో డైరెక్ట్ గా వర్షాలు లేచిపోతుంది కదా సార్. నువ్వు కాపీ చేసి చేసుకుంటావా? బట్టి రివర్స్లో ఏముంది ఇక్కడ 3 ఏం నెలలో పోయింది. GS వర్కింగ్స్ ఉందా చేసింది. ప్రకారం తీసుకున్నావా? అదే ఇక్కడ 2B ప్రకారానికి 600 తేడా ఉంది 3 క్వార్టర్లు కలిపి. కానీ బుక్ అంత లేదే. ప్రకారం అయితే ఎంట్రీలు అట్టే పడాలిగా మరి. బుక్ లో తేడా ఉంది. మూడు 87 ఉంది. 386 తీసుకున్నారు. కానీ బుక్ లో 387 లేదు. 339 ఉంది. మూడు 3,39,000. ఇక్కడ అదే 2B ప్రకారం 2B ప్రకారం 3,87,000 50,000 తేడా ఆడే. వస్తుంది నాకు బుక్ లో నువ్వు ఇచ్చిన బుక్ డేటా. నెక్స్ట్ ఫైనాన్స్ క్లియర్ లో తీసుకునేది ఎంట్రీ బుక్ లో ఎంట్రీ ఏదైనా నెక్స్ట్ ఫైనాన్స్ లో పడిందా ఆ ఇయర్ కి ఆ ఇయర్ బుక్ లో పడిందా? జిఎస్ లో క్లెయిమ్ చేసింది నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ లో క్లెయిమ్ చేసామంటే ఇంకా మళ్ళీ డబ్బులు పెరిగింది. ఇప్పుడు నాకు మెయిన్ ఏంటి యాక్చువల్లీ జిఎస్ లో ఎక్కువ వచ్చి బుక్ లో తక్కువ వచ్చింది. బుక్ లో ఎక్కువ వచ్చి జిఎస్ లో తక్కువ వచ్చిందంటే బిల్స్ నెక్స్ట్ ఫైనాన్స్ లో తీసుకున్నాం అన్నట్టు చూపించుకోవచ్చు. ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుంది జిఎస్టీలో తక్కువ ఎక్కువ ఉంది, నీ బుక్ లో తక్కువ ఉంది. మరి తక్కువ చూపిస్తే కట్టొద్దు దానికి. మరి 66,000 కడతారా? అంతే ఇంకా వచ్చిన బుక్లు నేను వేయాలంటే. ఎందుకంటే నేను ఇప్పుడు దీని ప్రకారం ఇది కరెక్ట్ అంటున్నాం యాజ్ పర్ రిటర్న్ ఇంత వచ్చింది నాకు నెట్ 17-35 వచ్చింది. మొత్తం ఐటీస్ మీద ఇన్పుట్ అయ్యి డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ 17:35 వచ్చింది. నీ బుక్ లో చూసుకుంటే ఎంత వచ్చింది నాకు? 16:68. డిఫరెన్స్ తేడా అయిందని కింద మైనట్లు పడి ఎక్సెస్ ఐటీసీ క్లెయిమ్ చేశారు. ఆ ఎక్సెస్ ఐటీసీని 9 లో ఏం చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. సరే, 9 లో ఉన్న ఇన్పుట్ అంతా రివర్స్ చేసేసి డిఫరెన్స్ 66,000 నాకు రివర్స్ చేసేసి దాని ద్వారా ట్యాక్స్ 36,000. ఇదే కాదు, మీటింగ్ జరుగుతుంది. అందులో మార్చి మంత్ చూపించుకోవచ్చా? ఏం మార్చి మంత్లో? క్లెయిమ్ చేశారు, అదే నేను అంటున్నది. లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ బుక్స్ చూపించింది ఏప్రిల్లో. అది ఎంత చూపిస్తే అది తగ్గించుకోవచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ మార్చ్ లో బుక్ లో ఎంట్రీ పెడిపోయింది, దాన్ని GST లో తీసుకున్నాం ఏప్రిల్లో, రిటర్న్ లో కూడా తీసుకున్నాము అనుకో, అది తగ్గించుకోవచ్చు. అప్పుడు అది ఎంత? అప్పుడు లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ యాన్యువల్ రిటర్న్ వేసావా? టర్న్ ఓవర్ లేదా లాస్ట్ ఇయర్? డేట్లు చూపి. వచ్చింది మరి. ఆ 2B ఓవరాల్ ఏప్రిల్ 2B ఎంత? బుక్స్ ప్రకారం ఇక్కడ 5,45,000 అబ్బా. నువ్వు ఏప్రిల్ ఒకటి చెప్తున్నావా? రిమైనింగ్ మంత్ అంటే ఇక్కడ నాకు GSTకి దీనికి సరిపోయింది కదా, ఈ ఇయర్కి 900 తేడా. ఆ 900 రివర్స్ చేసేసావు. నువ్వు చెప్తుంది ఏంది? ఇక్కడ నాకు ఆల్రెడీ మార్చి బిల్ కలిసింది, నేను 2 ప్రకారం 273 తీసుకున్నాను అంతేనా? 273 లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ మార్చి ఇది కూడా కలిసింది. మార్చి ఇది బుక్ లో ఎంట్రీ చేసుకున్నాను అన్నా. నేనేమన్నా ఇప్పుడు దీనికి నీ బుక్ కి ఇక్కడ సరిపోయింది. ఇక్కడ యాజ్ పర్ బుక్ ప్రకారం వచ్చారు, దాంట్లో మార్చి బిల్లులు కలిసింది, దీంట్లో కూడా ఏప్రిల్ కదా. మరి దానికి మ్యాచ్ అయింది. ఎక్కడ కలిసింది నీకు లెక్క? అదే ఎక్సెస్ తీసుకున్నాడు ప్రకారం తీసుకున్నాడు. క్వార్టర్ తర్వాత నుంచి మామూలు టూబీలో జనరేట్ అవుతుంది. అల్టిమేట్ ఇక్కడ ఎక్సెస్ క్లెయిమ్ చేశాడు, రివర్స్ చేయాల్సి. ఇందాక మార్చి అంటున్నావు కదా, నేను చెప్తున్నా నీకు మార్చికి బుక్ తేడా రావాలి కదా, ఇన్పుట్ కాదు మరి. టోటల్ దాంట్లో ఉందా మార్చి ఉందా? జనరేట్ కదా 990. మొత్తం దీంట్లో ఎంత ఉందో నువ్వు దీంట్లో కలిపి వచ్చిందా లేదా? దీంట్లో మీరు మార్చి తీసుకోలేదా అన్నా నేను. బుక్ ప్రకారం తీసుకున్నావు అంటే మీ ప్రకారం కాదు. మరి ఆ ఇన్పుట్ నువ్వు తీసుకున్నట్టే కదా, మార్చిది తీసుకోలేదు. మళ్ళీ అదే తగ్గించలేదా? మ్యాచ్ అయిందిగా, ఎల్లోలో పెట్టింది మ్యాచ్ అయింది. 5,46,00,000 అబ్బా. 5,46,780. ఇక్కడ ఎంత? 5,46,899. 5,45. అప్పుడు నీ బుక్ కి దానికి వేరియేషన్ రావాలి, ఇంకా యాక్సెస్ రావాలి బుక్ కంటే. ఈ 3 బిల్లులు కలుపుకుంటే ఈ నెల బుక్ చూడు 5,45. 5,45 కాకుండా ఈ 3 వాల్యూ ఎంతో అంత పెరిగి ఉండాలి. సింపుల్ గా 3,000 వేసుకుంటే కూడా 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. మరి 32,000 ఎక్సెస్ రావాలి కదా నాకు. బుక్ లో చూపారు జిఎస్టీ లో తేడా రావాలి కదా నాకు. మరి బుక్ కు జిఎస్టీ మ్యాచ్ అయింది కదా నాకు. నేను చెప్పేది అర్థమైంది మీకు.
And offline members can contact the volunteer sitting in the last row if you have any trouble in connecting. So friends, I'm going to open another company when this workings are going on, and see how the data gets refreshed. So friends, I'm going to open another company in Tally. So where the data is pulled up.
నువ్వు చెప్తుంది ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ 5/12 అంటే 2 బిల్లో ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ కానీ రన్నింగ్ ఇయర్ కానీ కలిపి తక్కువే వచ్చింది. నువ్వేం చేసావు నీ బుక్ ప్రకారం ఉన్నదానికి 5.45 ఎక్కువ తీసుకున్నావు. అలా లెక్క ప్రకారం తీసుకుంటే దీనికి దానికి 33,000 వేరియేషన్ వస్తుంది.
So my workings are there in the Excel file.
అదేంటి సిజిఎస్ రిజిస్టర్ కలిపి 33.
I'm going to go to day book. See here, I already had 945 lines of data. That one entry made me to have 2 more lines. Now new data is connected.
So entry లేదు.
I'm going to do right click and
book లో entry ఎందుకు మిస్ అయింది? GST లో ఎట్లా తీసుకున్నారు?
Gets converted into a new company. Depending upon the size of the data, it might take a variable amount of time to import the data into. And this step is very crucial. So if you already work for a client and unknowingly you opened for another client and you did a refresh, your data is gone. So for that, if you now you can see it is not 900, still it's 4,500 data is downloaded in a span of like 10 seconds. So in table, this will come as table. Here in table design, you can click on unlink. After unlink, you cannot refresh. So once you don't want the data to be a dynamic one, that is, you don't want to get updated often or updated on an error. So inadvertent update is we can stop it by clicking unlink. So it is asking me this will permanently remove the definition. So I'm going to give OK. Now if I right click, there'll be no option of refresh. So you can do this by stopping the accidental updates. So if I update this, go to clause 44 Here I'm going to do a right click and refresh. What happened? Data done. So like that, you can have multiple pivot tables and sheets, and you can go and give the refresh button. So you have any questions? I'm ready to take. So friends, you have any questions on this refreshing part of it? Anyone who has actually done, please, can you tell me, anyone got the data back into Excel? Yes, super working, sir. Thank you. Oh, good, yeah. So three steps. First step is to go to Tally, click on F1 help TDL and add-ons, connect the Tally, connect the TDL, and it should be loaded. Step number 2 is click on F1 help, settings, connectivity. Your ODBC should be both. Step 2. Step 3 is run Tally in administrator mode. If you do all these 3, still it is not working, the one culprit could be your Excel. See, in my case, if I go to file, account, about Excel, my Excel is a 64-bit version. So your Excel should also be a 64-bit. You should go to file, account option, account, and click on about Excel. It should be a 64-bit. Otherwise, data will not flow from Tally to Excel. If you have Tally Prime installed, it will be definitely a 64-bit capable machine. You can uninstall and reinstall Office, that is your Excel with 64-bit. If you have 32-bit, okay, this has to be there. Then only data gets inputted. So, shall I give more time for you to test this step, because it is very crucial for importing the data. Sir, one more time, I'm going to do the step one by one. If at all, you could not do it, please see the screen. I'm going to load the same old company, the demo data. So since it is cut, I'm going to delete the sheet or redo it one more time. Insert, data, get data, other sources, Microsoft query.
உங்களுக்கு என்ன மாடிஃபிகேஷன் சார் வேணும் சார்? அமௌண்ட் மாறும் சார். ப்ராஜெக்ட் காஸ்ட் மட்டும் மாறும் சார்.
On Tally, ODBC. So here there are two tables. SARC ledger, SARC book. You all importing SARC voucher, which is name. I've also written a similar table for taking the ledger data. We have problems sometime in opening balance verification. So if I have to click on this table, click on this button, all the fields will get moved. Sometimes you may think of, sir, why should I want all the 32 or 36 fields? I want only limited fields. You can take this. If you don't want the path of the company where it is stored, you can modify this particular data, give next finish and load. So now I'm going to load the ledger data, master data, which has all the ledger names, the group names, opening balance and closing.
Only இது மட்டும் தான் வாங்கிருக்கீங்க.
Can you please tell me where this table can be used? A ledger with opening and closing balance. Trial balance tally gives you like a tree-like structure.
No, I don't.
Debits and credits.
எவ்வளவு இது வரைக்கும் loan போயிருக்கு, எவ்வளவு கட்டியிருக்கோம் அப்படிங்கிற statement.
Like DR and CR stuff, it's very difficult for us in grouping. However, your debits are in negatives and credits are in positives, and the group name are in coming columnar. So can you tell me where this can be used, sir? This report. Financial preparations. Sir, I have seen many cases, sir. In a typical audit case, when I was doing articleship, I just asked 4 or 5 questions to the client. The client said, okay, fine, I'll come and clarify next week, but you prepare the financial statements. Tree-like structure, trial balance extracted, prepared all the way, waited for him next week, but he came out with a new version of tally data where 200 entries newly is passed. Now I'm telling you all this before GST times. So now again I extracted the data, the trial balance, I fit it in there. The trial balance did not tally. And I took some possible steps to reconcile it, but finally, I deleted it, I started afresh. But in this case, for example, I'm going to show you a small demonstration. For example, you're going to say receivables. You want all the receivables. So go and
35% subsidy oda new scheme la thirumba loan tarada declare
take the
adi space close chesi bluetooth podutha.
I can do a sum of formula.
The quotation validity mudinjiru sir
as the group name, criteria, and the sum range as closing balance.
மட்டும் போதும். நீங்க ரெண்டு கொடுக்குறீங்க. நாளைக்கு இல்ல நாளைக்கு வாங்கிக்கிறீங்களா? நாளைக்கு முடிச்சா உங்களுக்கு percentage of interest வரணும். Percentage of interest வேணும். எவ்வளவு பீரியட் அதே 5 years தானேங்களா?
Receivable is 4,65,000. You can only take the using some only the debits or only the credits also possible. Now I'm going to show you a live demonstration. If let's assume this is a balance sheet and receivables is linked. Go to tally. There is a payment entry. Sorry, payment entry may not be a data. I go to balance sheet. I'm going to delete a receivable. Of course, the balance will change. So I'll come here to the ledger table, right click, refresh. Done. So financial statements, schedule 3 can be prepared linked in this way. Refresh, click of refresh, create multiple times. And multiple companies, same templates can be attached. So this is one such utility. Again, opening balance verification. How many of you suffered like this, sir? You will take a similar report like this, maybe probably without a group name. You try to do a VLOOKUP and do minus like that. How many times you have seen the last year ledger name to the current year ledger name to be a small change? Last year it is a RAM PVT Limited. It will be RAM. No problem.
Master investment
take this master ID. The master ID is again attached to transaction as well as ledger. It will never change. So if you do a lookup to the master ID,
இந்த ரேஞ்சிலே வர மாதிரி. But last time existing loan இல்லைங்க, அதனால DSCR about to
opening balance verification in a fraction.
அதனால கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிட்டு சொல்றேன்.
So the next table I'll import back the transaction. So data
தெரியல. about 2.5 அதையும் கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிடுங்க. என்ன வேல்யூ வேணும்னு ஒரு டைம். about 2.5 க்கு ஏனா சேல்ஸ் நீங்க அந்த அளவுக்கு ஏத்தணும் அப்படினா.
value ODBC. So it is yes,
ஒரே ஒரு லோன் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் மட்டும் தான். உங்களுக்கு டோட்டல் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் சர்வ் ஆகவே டேர்ம் லோனுக்கு பாத்தீங்கன்னா 30,000 20,000 அந்த அளவுக்கு சர்வ் ஆகும். இந்த டைம் இந்த 30,000 லோட் ஆகும். ஏன்னா இப்ப இந்த 23, 24 இந்த 30,000 பிளஸ் இந்த 22 பிளஸ் இந்த கரண்ட் இயர்ல ஒரு 30,000 ஆட் ஆகும்.
I believe everyone in this row has connected this, downloaded.
2.76
Okay. So this is, these two are very easy. Converting this data in the online site, gstauditor.in, extracting this information. Now we'll go and proceed on with the verification part of it. For verification, there are steps of it. I'll make a pivot table. Data to make it ready to. And Deepika will, CA Deepika will take over from me on how to do a reconciliation and array. I'm going to name the sheet as daybook. Select all the data. Insert a pivot table. Give OK. If you want an invoice-wise reconciliation, I'm going to take key, put it under row. What are the number of line items, sir? 945. If you see here, how many should be there, sir? How many number of rows? 945. Only 400. You know why? Any guess? Yeah, duplicates is removed. One line. Basically, it is a unique list of entries in Tally. There are only 405 or 400 financial entries in Tally. It will not take your stock and other adjustment entries. List of entries. So with this, you can see it is credit note number 1, master ID as 624. Now, I'm going to take amount, drag it to the value. All the amounts are 0. Sir, why? Debits and credits.
Okay. 377 number.
Debit amount or credit amount, if I take, it will have numbers. If I take the sum total of this amount, what will happen? So it again shows the arithmetical accuracy. So this, looking at this statement, it looks very dumb. There is no point in, really making this. Now, I'm not really going to the reconciliation. I'm going to show you how this pivot table can be used. So here I put the key, right side I put the amount, or that is in the values I put the amount. There is nothing out of this. But please see here, I'm going to take the voucher type to the column. Sorry. I'll take the ledger name to the column. So all the ledgers
8, 9, 7,
A till Z will come like a big array. Now I'm going to take the primary group to the slicer, where I'm only going to take the duties and taxes. What happens? So again, I'll repeat pivot table. Maybe people can take a screenshot if you are joining the online mode. This is a very crucial part of it. So pivot table, in the row key is brought, in the values amount is brought, but in the column ledger name is brought. All the ledgers will come. We want only the GST ledgers. So I put a slicer for the primary group.
Repayment schedule.
Only the ledgers falling under the group duties and taxes is given here. Again, I'll go to the balance sheet view. Current liabilities, duties and taxes, 3 ledgers. You can all think, sir, in your case, it is very simple. 3 ledgers are there. But in your case, hundreds of ledgers will be there. At least a minimum of 30, 40 ledgers will be there. No problem. You create a subgroup, sir. Create a subgroup like CGST group, SGST group. Map all the ledgers into CGST, SGST and IGST. And here instead of ledger name, put the parent name. Put the parent name. So instead of ledgers, which I have only 3 ledgers, for me ledger is in the column. Sorry, in the columns. But you can take the parent in the column and do a slicer for the duties and taxes. This is only the small technical part to get this data. Now, we will spend some more time on this. I'm going to give you a complex, or I'm going to take a complex data, load this. You also try in the meanwhile. But
already in the 7350
see the total numbers. Originally, it was 995 lines of data, 405 entries were reflected. But now we see how much data. 91. Yes. 91 transactions affecting the GST ledgers being brought here. All others are non-GST.
EMI rate of interest.
So, again, some items are in negatives, some items are in positives. So what it means, sir? Purchases, negatives, sales are positives.
Address is the changes.
Purchases, we take input, that is why amount is debited. Sales, it is credited, that is why amounts in positives. So here, apply a filter, all the debits, all the negatives, you can say input, all the positives you can take output. Take the input, reconcile with 2A or 2B. Take the output, reconcile with GSTR 1.
Sir, Xerox photocopy
name, CGST, IGST. Is it enough to reconcile with the data, or we need some more data, some more information to reconcile? Taxable value, GST number, voucher number, supplier's voucher number, date, no problem. I'm going to type. I'm going to do it in a different column, but I'm just going to say total, GST number. I need a voucher number. I need a party name. I need total taxable value. Fine, sir. Fairly okay. Now, you all do lookups. Can you look up this row reference to the day book over here, and can you take the date by doing a lookup formula? Can you do a lookup to there is a field called party ledger name. So there is a field called GSTN. Can you do a lookup? Total taxable value, you need to do a small sum of formula. So you get a big array from the books. The first 4 columns are from pivot table. Subsequent columns are from your regular formulas. So this data is ready. Maybe one big array. Half are inputs, another half are output taxes. You can classify with another column also. You can have a type of supply. So with this, you can compare both these arrays. The input can be compared with your 2B, output can be compared to your GSTR1, complete a reconciliation. So this is the idea. Again, it's been like 1.5 hours or 2 hours since we started. So we came to a point of consolidating both the data. Then again, in a live scenario, now it takes maybe you cannot able. Let's assume some of the members have not joined through the laptop. Some have joined. You came to this level. So let's assume it takes another 2 hours in your home to finally connect and reconcile it. How long will it take for the second client, sir? So this is how we have to do. So now I'll give you some time to arrive at this pivot table for you. Meanwhile, I'll keep with the unstructured data, that is clients mapping your CGST, SGST everywhere, multiple ledgers. So meanwhile, you try this. Another 5 minutes, we'll connect and we'll see how to take the unstructured data into a structured way. All right, so carry on. And any doubts, let me know. And people who have joined online also, you can ask Ratnagiri sir in this place to ask doubts. Any questions? friends. So hope you have downloaded and tried this. So this is again for the people who are connected online. If you have multiple GST numbers, for example, in this case, I have a multiple GST number. See, you can see, just give me a moment, it's synchronizing in the back end. So there is small lag in accessing the data. Here. So inside duties and taxes, I made a subgroup called GST. Inside GST, there are 3 subgroups called CGST, SGST, and IGST. Inside each of it, the various ledgers has been mapped. So most likely, your accountants do not follow a single ledger for each taxes. You will end up at ledgers like this, or even more. So one time you need to go and map it under 3 subgroups like this: CGST, SGST, and IGST. After that, you have to load the data. I think query is still running in the background. Still my old data is there, 945 lines. I think it's slightly a bulky data. Yes. So this data is for 17,000 lines I'm doing with the multiple GS ledgers. So again, I'm going to do the step insert a pivot table, give OK. Then I have to drag the key to the row, then amount to the value. Amounts are 0. Mathematically, it's correct. And I'm going to take the instead of ledger name, that now there are no ledgers for GST, multiple ledgers. I'm going to take the parent name, ledger parent to the column. So what happens? All the ledgers groups will come. Again, I'm going to take primary groups, report it to slicer, take only the heads falling under duties and taxes. No, sorry, again, no, there is a subgroup called GST. Give me a moment. Instead of that, I can take Sorry, refresh was not working. Now it's working. So I'm going to take parent to the column. Again, primary group to the slicer. So here I'm going to take only the groups falling under duties and taxes. So again, CGST, SGST, IGST, and some other items also coming. So one more time, I'm going to add a parent to the slicer. And whatever I want, I'm going to pick. It's already filtered. So I don't want duties and taxes, employee statutory payables, and TDS. So multiple ledgers, but it is mapped to a single group. The reason is here. So in our original place, this was ledger name. Now it is parent. And in slicer, we used we have taken the primary group as duties and taxes, and in parent there were multiple items. We filtered through and we got only this 3. Or you can need not to use primary group. You can take all the parent and filter out CGST, SGST, and IGST. So this is done. So you have any queries on this? And anyone could be able to do the plain vanilla case from the demo data which is given? Or shall I give you another 5 minutes, because this is a critical one. Rest all it's easy. What do you want me to do? Shall I proceed it or another 10 minutes to do this? மத்ததெல்லாம் கூட நீங்க வீட்ல போய் பார்த்துக்கலாம். So another 5 minutes, sir? Yes. So again, I'll put this pivot table field list visible so that multiple ledgers can be mapped and seen. So whoever joining, online, you wish to, do it later, you can take this screenshot. I'll give you 5 minutes more to do this. Meanwhile, people are trying. So one area, for example, identification of items which are reportable and violation of 269 SS and T, and reportable and violated 185 of the Companies Act, related party transactions. So you all know how it is very difficult to map. There is no real reports in Tally to do it. I can do it in less than few seconds. So I'm going to, with the ledger name, I'm taking the primary group also. Again, I'm going to take the amount, drag it to values. It looks like a trial balance report. Now I'm going to take the voucher type to the column, voucher type. So first we did ledger name, then we did parent. Now I'm going to do voucher type. I'm going to take only primary group to slicer. I think it's already added, and take only the sundry debtors. So can you see any anomaly in this, sir, in this report? All the debtors is listed with the transactions, voucher type wise. Anything fishy, sir? Anything from the 269 SST angle? Pardon, sir? It's not known. No, I'll come back to this later, but can we have a payment to a sundry debtors? The payment entry itself noted, sir. You can double click on this. We'll just know whether it is a cash or not. So we'll go to the transaction itself. So a debtor can have receipts. Also, you can find items without a receipt also. Small amounts we sold and we have not received. And in this case, it is available, not available. You can also see in this both the cases where the payment is available, you have equivalent receipts and as well as sales amount as well. But if you don't have sales, what it is, sir? If you don't have sales, this one screen can tell you a lot of stories. You can identify who are the major vendors. Can you, sir? You can identify what kind of cash movement you have. You can see each and every debtor, what kind of sales you made, what kind of receipts you made. And with this, you can identify the items which is unnatural, the debtors we have paid. Also, you can analyze, one more thing here. Put the field list. Again, I'm going to drag the amount one more time to the values, but this time I'm going to say value field settings as sum. Okay. And here I'm going to say values field setting as count. Now, does it make more sense, sir? I got the count of transactions. So with this one sheet is enough to identify any or do a ledger scrutiny for hundreds of ledgers. So you can filter out these two transactions to be taken. Maybe in case you can, this particular one screen can be printed and kept in the audit file itself. And you can draw samples out of it, what kind of ledgers you need to do. So this will avoid us to do ledger scrutiny for multiple ledgers. Suppose we are going to do out of 1,000 creditors and debtors, we are going to take ledger scrutiny, say 10 or 15 items. Now this will help you in picking up what are the 10 ledgers which you have to do a ledger. So multiple cases I have seen in MSME environment where for the purpose of loans, they'll go and get related. Almost 90% of the reports data is from the table. So I'm showing you a couple of reports by using a pivot table, but you can have multiple reports through this. You can design and keep it ready as a template. Right click and refresh and close it. So how it is, sir? Any comments on this? Will this be helpful? Sure. Yeah. Again, I will move on to this closing of this reconciliation, GST reconciliation. Where our data is ready. I think this is the data, right? Yeah, the 91 ledgers. So I'm going to copy this data. Done. Sir, I believe you have got, anyone gone through the stage of taking the table? And no worries, this sheet will be shared. Whoever registered, this sheet will be sent as an email. You can later refer how to do a pivoting. So I will go slightly in a faster mode because we have a less than 1 hour time, and Deepika madam has to teach us to the reconciliation point. So I will put that 5 columns, do a lookup, and end the session. So the first thing I want is date, party or GSTN, party name. Then I want voucher number. I'll put the voucher number here. Then I want the total taxable value. Fine. So I'm going to do a simple VLOOKUP, sir. VLOOKUP formula for this value there in the daybook table. Comma 5, 0. Yeah, I got the date. Date is done. I'm going to do a voucher number, again VLOOKUP, but this time I'm going to do a X lookup. So it is lookup value, this value. I'm going to go to the lookup array. Look here. The return array is voucher number. So GST number, again I'll X lookup. I'll put a VLOOKUP, some problem. So all the voucher number, GST number and party name I received. So I'm going to take the total. So there is one more field called ledger is revenue or not. So that is all the profit and loss account ledgers or the balance sheet ledger has been given as zeros and ones here. So profit and loss accounts ledgers are marked as 1. So I'm going to give this as criteria number 2 and map it as 1 year. So values is coming in negatives because of the debit aspect. Sales will come in credits. Done. So this is one time, sir. This is formulas are one time, and you fix it. You can copy from my template which I given to you. This table gets updated every time. So again, we can have a type here, transaction type here. Filter everything. You can put the numbers less than 0. I'll filter. So all these are purchases in my case. Could be a credit note. You can, in that case, you have to wisely choose it. I'm going to say input. Blanks are output. Done. Now inputs can be reconciled with your GST or 2A or 2B outputs can be reconciled with GST or 1. Again, one more important aspect here. In case of the GST adjustments, like CGST is adjusted with IGST, people used to put a journal entry in the books of accounts, debiting one GST account to crediting another tax ledger. In that case, you will have some debit amount here, you will have some credit amounts in another respective columns. Grand total will be 0. Grand total will be 0. You can put as adjustments. You can forget about it. You can find any payment entries. You can mark it as type as payment. You can ignore it. You can check with your 3B whether that is paid or not. So that's it. So data is ready. Generally, consolidating these two data should take less than say 5 to 10 minutes time. So since it is a workshop session, I gone through step by step. So until this stage, the two arrays of information, that is your 2B is there in one sheet, your books data is there in one sheet. The advantage of this is this can be done immediately after the close of the year, before the audit, before the financial audit, and identify the anomalies arising out of this, whether resulting in a change in the GST portal, amendment in the GST portal, or amendment in the books of accounts. If it is amended, save this as GST workings file, save this as GST working somewhere, and later copy this file, copy and paste it in the same folder, open it, refresh with Tally. So what happens? The newer version of data gets updated. Again, when you refresh, you need not to worry about the versioning. The path where the data is stored is also captured. The number and period is captured. So this will help you greatly, in terms of identifying the versionings and improvements, corrections made. Many cases, I suggest to my client, do this changes in the GST, or you need to amend this, change it in the books of accounts. You know what the client says? It will be done. We will update. They will send a reply mail. When I ask for the reply Tally data, attach, refresh, it will be same. The things will not be refreshed. They will think that Tally is like a big ocean. You have 10,000s of voucher. How this auditor will find out whether that one voucher whether I've changed or not. So with the refresh, you can able to change. So with this, I'll complete. I might take another 5 more minutes on a general points before I hand over to Deepika on how to reconcile these two data sets. So if you go to see my product there in the GitHub, you got this Tally connector. Now you got a kind of how it is working. There are some more products as well, which is one is irrelevant today. So there are 4 products I given it for the community. One is a Tally connector. Another one is a Tally Python integration. If you are really interested in this, you can just go back. That's it. Ramajayam -CA. If you do GitHub or Google my name, you get this utility. So one is Tally Python integration. If you are really interested in Python, and coming days data analysis and analytics are important, so you can run the script, take the same data back in from Tally to Excel and do a lot of analysis using this. So there is a connection script is given. Connection script is also given. If you interested in running this script, you can download. For example, I'll show you one connection script how it is working. Connection script, and this is a query. The query is select name from ledger. Very simple query. With this query, I go to Tally. Paste it. Select $name from ledger, press enter. See what happens. So can you guess what it is, sir? Again, you can go and modify this dollar name, comma, dollar, opening balance from ledger. You can export this to Excel. You can take opening balances. Let's assume, I might ask some volunteer, but I will do. I'm going to create a ledger now. Under creditors, done. Today I created. You will not know what client has done before he's handing over to the audit. Let's assume the audit data relates to the last year, 22-23. Today, the client has created this entry. A payment voucher, cash payment voucher. It's 2021, assume it is 23 years past. Now how to identify this? Edit log is there. Any guess, sir? I'll even go to this voucher back again, change the date to 31.1.2021. Do you think it is possible to track? After the close of the year, a voucher ledger is created, a voucher is inserted, backdated. Any ideas how to create, or any report is available in Tally to identify this? No. Introduce a third product. It's called SQL queries in Tally. Now for me, yeah, Tally SQL, a lot of SQL queries. For SQL query. Generally, it will open very quicker. Only in ICA environment, websites are slower. So this is the query, sir. It's slightly complicated. Don't go into details of it. It's just copy paste. So listing all ledgers. Who is created? If at all I have a user ID, it will show you created date, created by who was created. What is the date of creation also available? What time it is created? Last voucher date. See this two tables, sir. It shows you, identifies you what kind of. And edit log is introduced, that updated date and time will help you and identifying last what voucher is altered. So it gives you opening balance and closing balance and other general things. So like this, you can, lot of scripts are here. And also SARC is planning to form a study group on this, identifying more tools like this and introducing more tools inside the SARC portal itself to automate things like that. So eventually over a period of time, again, a lot of things can be done. For example, I can show you one small 2 minutes, Deepika, I'll just finish this. It's okay. Can say, see, there is a Tally app. Tinker, yeah. It is running in the background. The same data extraction, that is your master data, that is ledger data and transaction, just by running the script, some error, running the script, it will come as a transaction and master here. The entire data will come as a CSV file. No need of going, clicking, importing, things like that. You can write a couple of scripts, same your whatever the power pivot tables you have done, you can do it through Python and come out with a table like this. One click. So you need to do connection, things like that. I'll quickly show you this file and sign off. Deepika, you can get ready for your session. connecting your machine. Yeah, same data. Same data through Python. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to click. You can have a bat file as well, click this. So also a GUI version of this to click on this. Not big effort, just none of this lines or written here or been done by me. I just copied, pasted from the internet. And, only this place where we are writing this, this particular line item alone is the this queries alone is my input. Rest all is copied from the internet, just paste it down. And to CSV, I've written this last line to a CSV file. So I know much of the members never did a coding or Python as such, but out of my interest, I've done. But if you won't believe, in the new syllabus, Python is introduced. And I think around 15 hours a chapter. There are 5 chapters, 90 hours of advanced ITT, 5 chapters. One such chapter is Python, running into 150 pages. The book is still in the drafted version, and we were a team of doing this. And whatever I thought, when I did this, even this, all the web app, the GST auditor, everything runs in Python. I thought the institute will come like 2040, 2050, they will slightly have an introduction. I'm surprised, 2023, the next advanced ITT batches, whoever qualify through the new syllabus, I think, they will be learning Python, 150 pages. When this was introduced as a faculty development program, many have, asked me a question, sir, why we need to ask members to write all this nasty scripts? I said, sir, only copy paste, nothing. I managed to, introduce, but it was in the third in the list. There are 8 technologies being taught. Later it was removed because, members, chairman had felt it is not comfortable for the senior members to do copy paste these kind of scripts like this. Finally, I convinced all of them. I've added at the last, 2 days before the faculty development program, the president of the institute, Ankit Sunil Talati, saw this 2-pager of this syllabus, what we are covering. And he threw the paper at chairman, sir. Pandas, I'm not approving this. Python is not there. And I was luckily sitting behind him in the car. I said, sir, last item. He was surprised, shocked. So you are teaching Python for members. So, and he took away the copy of the syllabus to do it same kind of session in the other regions. So this is an evolving technology. Maybe it is introduced in the 1990s. Today, 10 years before, there is 2. If you ask any chartered accountant after qualification, only one question you'll ask: are you choosing profession, or are you going to choose the practice or employment? If you ask for technologies, you'll say developer or you'll say anything, tester. People will ask only 2 questions: .NET or Java. This was, in the technology side. If you're a typical engineering graduate, after 5 years, if you ask him, the colleagues, they meet together, they'll ask this question: .NET or Java. Today, it was like 40% of the market was .NET, another 40, that is Microsoft related technologies. Another 40% was 30 to 40 was Java, 80. And rest all the programming languages making this 20%. Today, 10 years back, 2010, I mean, today it is 30, 35, 30. So Python has an equal weightage, and very important, not really requires a bit of technology and coding. In my life, I've not even sat in a classroom which teaches me technology. Just by Googling, just by YouTube and other classes, I came out to this level of giving you the utilities. So with this, I'll close my session, sir. Thank you so much for your patience. So I'll hand over to Deepika, to continue the session on how to do the reconciliation. Yes. Yes. SQL is a technology which works on any software. So it is an open source. You have to install Python, sir. Install Python and copy paste into a notepad, save it as a .py file, and run it. Free, sir. Free. It's an open source. It's all free. So if you have, I'm just showing a small demonstration of what is possible. There are very deep insights into it. I'm just showing you what is possible. With this, you can do a lot of automated related tasks. Simply you can put the tally data, click this button. Now I got this 2 files. What do you think? Other all reports, another click of a button, all the report can come. Also SARC, we are trying to form a study group, create all the reports in one shot. So member load the tally data, click on it. Whatever it's been taught to you in the last 2 hours can be, as a report in the Excel. Everything is possible, sir. Again, the speed of processing this data, I don't know, some error, some issue, it is not running my system. You won't believe this data will get extracted in a fraction of seconds. It will say it will read as I have extracted this data in less than 7.0042 seconds. Saved this data in 0.001 second. This is the time it takes. Actually, in fact, when you convert the data into the site gstauditor.in, it takes 3 seconds to 4 seconds. It's not actually taking 3 seconds. It takes less than a second. The process of uploading, downloading takes more time than actual processing itself. So this is the amount of voluminous of data which can be handled. And again, see, all this could have been, some of you would think you are managing better in the office. Some of you may be way forward on this reconciliation aspect. The current objective of this session is how to automate this. So one time if you do, and you can just do a refresh, and every time it can, multiple times it can come. And very important, you will have the visibility of the data. You will have a 360-degree view of the entire financial controls of data by just loading the daybook. Again, Tally is a very good tool. Unfortunately, it could not load the entire daybook to Excel file. So I want to break it. That is why I've given this utility free of cost to the members. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Coming back to ERP, maybe we can take a cloud-related solution. We'll take Zogo. You need daybook. Zogo daybook, I'm not very sure how it comes. There is a report called journal reports, similar to this daybook, it gives you. Or you can try a product called Zogo Analytics. Zogo Analytics, which gives a similar table, but for a different sources. One table is called payment, one table is called receipts, one table is called purchases, one table is called invoices. Similar data sources you can manage. Coming to a high-level ERPs like SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, you have if there is a user called the super admin. The super admin will have a module called business analytics or business analysis in Microsoft, this Dynamics. Something with respect to analytics, they will rename. They'll put a nomenclature according to their product. In that, there is a concept called data sources. Data sources, where you will have a similar set of data. And as a channel accountant, we can able to pull out that data. We need not to worry about any report the ERP gives. This data sources will be the mother of every report. And there is one more technology called OData protocol, which SAP and Dynamics use, where from Excel itself, by pasting a URL, you can take the entire data like this and refresh. I can also show you the option where it is. You can go to data, get data, other sources, sorry. Yeah, here it's OData feed. Using this option next to this Microsoft query, using this option, you can pull out the similar data source from SAP and Dynamics. I'm not sure about how Oracle works, but every ERP has a similar method. It takes some time for you to understand this technology, understand this data sources, and pull out. So, any other questions, sir, before I close? Pardon? Coming in, sir? Correct, sir. Yeah, please. Yeah. So I told you there is a fourth application which is outdated by yesterday. There are 4 applications you see: connector, SQL, and Python, and Excel to fast entry from Excel to Tally. This converts all your, bank statements, that is simple debits and credits entries from Excel to Tally. It converts at a speed of say somewhere around 1,000 entries can be converted from Excel to Tally in a span of 10 seconds. And Unlike any other utility, if you don't have a ledger and you try importing, what will happen, sir? You don't have ledgers, but you're trying to import a transaction from Excel to Tally. What will happen? Throw your error. No problem, sir. He'll go and create the ledger in suspense account and pass entry. So I introduce, and later I plan to introduce the GST, sorry, your sales and purchases, which I'm using, not made it to the public. I plan to introduce, but I came to know yesterday Tally 4.0 is launched. How many of you are aware of it, sir? Okay, I know this product, 90 days back. I subscribed to beta. So it given you a lot of Excel templates. Copy, paste, and click a button, you can upload. Different columns also you can make it. So yesterday it got introduced, Tally 4.0. So getting data into Tally is irrelevant now. You can follow that method, you can import. Okay, and I can also show you this Tally Prime here. Tally 4.0. Yeah, yesterday I got this. Yeah, importing, these are the three major things, sir, from the 4.0, importing data from Excel. So you can have your own templates. There are some more smaller things being done. So here you can have your own there are default templates and additional, you can design your own templates to import. It will be mostly coming in this option import. Here you will have the Excel import option from 4.0 onwards, which is launched yesterday. So data importing in Tally is irrelevant for any other developer. You need not rely on any third party. Tally is own tool. Yes, next question. Somebody on this side. Yeah. This TDL you can download, sir. This data along the working file, I will share with you. The people who have registered mail ID, we will send an email. Maybe alongside Deepika will also take some more reconciliation aspects. With that, we will send an email. Any other questions, sir? Madam? No, sir. We have a faculty development program we had, and sir has said from every branches, 3 or 4 people have been, taken into, and now the institute is open for taking members into the study group. Study group will be constituted on different technologies, right from Excel, this Tally TDLs, Python automation, Google Sheets. There is a session for Google Sheets. There is a session for Power BI, maybe taken from Deepika and Ratnagiri, sir. So a study group will be very soon formed, I believe, and you can, if you want, you can volunteer. Not only writing this codes and scripts ideas, you can also provide ideas on how this can be done and taken up forward. Any other questions, sir? So I'll close the session. Thank you so much for your patience. I'll hand over to Deepika. So she will explain you on reconciliation. Over to Deepika.
Take more questions also. So I'm just, we had first proposed like all of you will be working and we need more support for this thing. So we had planned a drawing session, but I think it's not very relevant, but still few areas I just wanted to highlight.
No, Deepika, I'll give this.
Oh. so that when we export this data, other tables also get automatically refreshed. So this is going to be a very, very simple step which we are going to see. So those who have already used Power Pivot, it's going to be a cakewalk. For those who have not used, it's you can just see it as an introduction. So you can go further and explore where all we can use this. So when it comes to learning technology, technology is very, very simple. The thing is, whenever we Google or we try to read or learn about technology, audit perspective or finance perspective of technology may not be available in the content. The thing is, the working methodology will be there. We have to just try to think parallelly where we can use this and how we can use that technology. So in that aspect, all technologies are simple. So sir has written this 3-4 lines of Python, which is generating data and all. No, actually all of us can write it. It may require around 2 to 3 hours of reading. The thing is, we are not aware that something like that is there, and we can apply it in Tally, we can apply that statement in Excel, like that. That awareness only is lacking, but it's not complex at all. So now with no further delay, this is the table where that you had pivoted and created lookups and brought. So I'm taking from there. So we have that books that is from Tally data and the consolidated data from GST portal. Okay, so this two only I'm going to have. So when we try to do VLOOKUPs, there are some what do you call difficulties, like it should be in the left hand side, it should be not duplicated, then it should not have any limitations like any space, extra things, these and all, it will not read. Like that, we have n number of complexities, right? So to remove that complexities, we have to use a technique called as relationships. Okay, so we must have learned in MS Access somewhere and all, entity relationship diagram, where you have multiple tables, you will have primary key, foreign key. So in DBMS, database concept, there is no lookup or referential formulas at all. Only in Excel, we have referential formulas, which is like VLOOKUP, SUMIF, etc. and all. In database concept, we work with relationships. Okay, so Excel is also a ever-growing tool. It's a utility. We can use the utility for anything. So they are giving us access to place our data, use the utility, create data models, create data templates, and get the final objective what we want. Okay, so for that, we'll be using now, instead of SUMIF and VLOOKUP and referential formula, we'll be creating relationships in Excel, and we'll see how we can do a multi-table pivot. Like generally, pivot is for one table. You try to summarize data of one table and then compare, put formulas, right? So now we are going to see how we can do multi-table pivot, and this pivot will also refresh. Okay, so before that, I'll just introduce, many of you may be aware about tables in Excel. Tables in Excel is not just a formatting tool. It is a tool which is used for data analysis, where you can actually keep adding rows or columns in the data, and it will keep adding to the data table. That is the most important feature. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to select this data in Home tab itself. I'm just going to give format as table. So when I give format as table, so what happens is, automatically, if you see, the headers have moved A, B, C, D column reference, and it has renamed. So what table in Excel is doing is, it is creating a internal database, okay, wherein this can be referred anywhere separately and retrieved. Okay, so if you see, if I'm going to add a column, automatically a column is created. Now let's say I'm going to put a formula, simple some formula I'm going to put. Automatically the formula will be pasted. So what Excel tables is doing is, it is protecting the integrity of data. Now let's say you are doing GST reconciliation and you have put n number of columns with a lot of formulas. Okay, someone to tally the numbers have inserted one formula alone in one cell. and change the number just to tally the data. How we'll be able to identify it? We need to scroll down entire sheet, see that small yellow button, or go to show errors, show anomalies. That's how we can do, right? But if we make it as a practice before any data analysis, not just GST reconciliation, any data analysis you do in Excel, you change it to data table and then put your formulas, then actually it is going to save a lot of time, because you need not do any formatting first. Then you need not add columns, copy paste formulas. You need not do all this repeat stuff. We'll be doing Control D. So many shortcuts we'll be using in Excel. All that is not required. We can simplify work and also protect data integrity. Okay, so this also has some inbuilt metadata functions. 1 minute. Okay, like we can see the we can see the we can change if it's columnar data, instead of banded rows we can make it banded column, so that it makes it little more easier to evaluate. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is why I'm creating it as a table is, once we create it as a table, automatically if new data is coming and it is having more rows or more columns, it will get updated in the table. So I'm just converting it into table, both the functions. So already it is a table only, I think. Anyways, so next we are going to do GST reconciliation. So we are first going to summarize it GST number wise. Then we have to extract the taxable value, IGST, CGST. Then we have to find difference. That's all. Okay, but we are just going to try to automate and interact with multiple tables using Power Pivot. So once I convert it into table, I'm going to create a new sheet with this GST number. Why is, as I told you, we are not going to use referential formulas, we look up sum if and all. We are going to create relationship. Whenever we want to create relationship, there should be a primary key and a secondary key. Only then the relationship can work. So if there is no data column with unique data, then my relationship also will lose referential integrity. So if I'm going to say it's for A and there are multiple A's, it will go and pick this A and come. But here also multiple A's, here also multiple A's. Now how I can pick? System will get confused how to pick. So for that parameter, what we are going to do is, we are going to create a new table with all unique GST numbers. So this GST column can be anywhere. It need not be in the first row, etc. But what I'm going to do is, we are going to create a new table, and I'm just going to give remove duplicates. I'll go to data tab and I'll give remove duplicates. So now what happened? I have one column with unique data. So if there's no GSTN, then it means it's a, I'm just removing it. Okay. So now what happens? I got a unique field. So now what I'm going to do is, in my relationship, I'll keep this as my primary key and books and GST portal data as my secondary key. So with this as a base, I can pull data from here also, from here also. Okay, so we are going to create something like a waterfall schema. Okay, so with this, this also I will make it into a table. Okay, and now I'm just adding Power Pivot. So in newer versions of Excel, Power Pivot is available inside the tool itself. If you're using old versions, you need to download and install it as a plugin. Okay, so I'm going to, so if you are not having, you can add Power Pivot tab from Excel options. That is file, Excel options will be there. No, from there you can add, or you can just share search also. Okay, you can just search in the search bar here, Power Pivot. Okay, why this is going on? Okay, so here you can just search Power Pivot. Okay, so go to Power Pivot window, this will be there. Once you click this, automatically your Power Pivot tab will open. So here simple things are there. Manage will go to Power Pivot window Add to model will add all the tables which you want to add to analysis into the Power Pivot window. And you can create KPI metrics, you can write formulas. It's very simple. Okay, so I'm just going to give, I'm clicking on the table and I'll give Power Pivot, add to model. Okay, so this is the Power Pivot window. So it is creating me, table 4 is the table name. So if you want to rename the table, you can go to, okay, view tab only, no, name bar, name manager is in formulas. In formulas tab, you have name manager. If you want to rename, you can rename. So table 4 is my GST number. So I'll put GSTN. That is my primary key. Okay. Similarly, from formulas, I can change. So books, this is my books data. So table 2, this is the default naming when you insert a table. Just for our reference now, I am just changing to this is books data. And this is going to be my GST data. Okay. So this is just for easy reference. So I'll go to GSTN sheet. I'll go to Power Pivot and I'll give add to data model. Same thing, Alt tab, go to books and I'll give Power Pivot, add to data model. So now my 3 tables are automatically added to a data model. So next step should be creating relationship. So my key field here is going to be my GSTN, which is going to be my unique referencer. So for that, I have on top data view, right? So currently I'm in data view. I'll just move to diagram view. This will be easy for me to create relationship. Okay. So as I told, we will do top down approach. We'll keep my GSTN primary key on top. Okay. And I will connect it to my GST table. 1 minute. Did we give remove duplicates? I think we need to move. 2 sheets are there. Sheet 3 is our thing. We will add this to our pivot, add this to our data model. Okay. We'll go to data tab, remove duplicates. So previously I had done 1 and kept, so it got just confused with the data. So now I'll just save. Ta-da. So generally this refresh is little tough. So I think it's better we do a fresh. So we'll take the GST in number alone. This sheet alone I'm going to redo. Okay, table 4.1. So we'll connect relationship with this. My table 4.1 has come. So I'll just try connecting. So here also I have GSTN. I'll connect. Okay, so now 2 relationships are done. So this is going to interact with both my books and GST portal table. And now in my data view, or normally itself, I can take this pivot table, it will open pivot window. I can now go on like my normal pivot table, how I do. New worksheet, okay. Now we have this 3 tables here. Now I can choose from here. Table 4.1 is my primary key now. I'll create GSTN here. And next, my GST portal data. Now, for example, I'll take only one value, maybe CGST. We can do for all the columns in the same table itself. Multiple tables are not required. For learning purpose, we'll see for one. I'm going to take CGST here itself. Okay. So now if you see, the data is populated without relationship because of and you can have one dashboard where you are comparing various data sources. So that will give you a better view of what the accounts represent than just seeing the table data. Okay, so this is what we wanted to share with you. I think time is also up. I don't want to stop you. stand between lunchtime and closure of the webinar. Any doubts we can take. I think Ramajayam also can join. Sir, Ramajayam will sir, actually measures is very similar to Excel formulas, Excel functions. Okay, so measures is where you are trying to see. Measure also sum is there. Okay, I can just show you. The only difference between measure is it is dynamic. Okay, like for example, in Excel, when you write one formula, what will happen? Based on respective row column reference only, that formula will work. Now this is dynamic. I have calculated this difference between this. Okay, so that sum of can be based on GST. It is now taken. Okay, this cannot be seen in the table. Generally, when you put formula, that output will be stored in the table, right? Measures won't be stored. Now let me go to this power pivot. 1 minute. So what will happen now? Let's say I'm changing this row label from okay, I'm changing this instead of GSTN. Okay, I'm changing it to something else. Still, it will work. It will get modified dynamically based on the base data. 1 minute. I'll just remove GSTN. Oh, but currently we have only GSTN here. But let's say your customer name was there or vendor name was there. Okay, it will change based on that. So that it will be dynamic. That is the main purpose of measures. So now instead of I remove that GSTN and I put, let's say, customer name, it will get updated. Instead of customer name, now I'm going to put month. Measures with the formulas will be static. It will calculate difference between the two, but the basis in which it is calculating will dynamically change. So that's why when you write measures, it will help you in multi-dimensional analysis. You can use it anywhere. The pivot table field, yeah, in pivot table field, FX is measures. I think without this also you can write. In Power Query also you can write. See, actually, no, I have not used. Ramajayam sir, Ratnagiri sir, you are there online? He would have used more of Excel.
Yes, ma'am, I'm online. I'm online only, but can you hear me?
Sorry, sir. இல்ல வன வரல.
நீங்க தான் ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேரிங் தான் இருக்கீங்க. கீழ பேஸ்ல கொண்டு வர.
ஹைட் அது மட்டும் தான் பண்ணேன். காணுங்க. என்ன சார் காணுங்க.
அப்புறம் உங்க ஸ்கிரீன்ல தான் மேடம் உங்களுக்கு ஷேர் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு.
கரெக்ட்டா தான் வருது இல்ல? ஆமா சார், சார் வெறுமனே அன்மியூட் மட்டும் பண்ண சொன்னீங்க.
Yes, I am available.
Yeah. Yes, GSTN column in all three tables. So I just dragged and dropped GSTN column and you're connected to GST. So we no, you can see here. It matches to GSTN only. I dropped it. See, only if there is a matching field, it will connect. Otherwise, it won't connect. Yeah, if like, let's say this did not, previous thing, if you noticed, it had duplicates, it did not connect. GST number I was trying to connect, it had duplicates, it did not connect. So that it will not do. Column name for all the three tables should be same. No. Not required. Column names can be different, but the data inside should be same. Unique. No, unique one table. Primary key should be unique. Secondary key is transaction data. It's like master data, transaction data. So Ratnagiri sir, can you unmute this measures in Excel apart from Power Pivot? Where else they can write?
Am I audible? Actually, I am audible or not?
See, audible sir. Neenga speaker on pannuma.
Am I audible or not?
So generally, measures is more useful in Power BI. So I am more into Power BI.
We can do it in Excel only. We can do it in Excel also. Not a
So
problem.
I think measures can be written elsewhere also. It will be there in Power Query. It will
Yes, yes, it is in Power BI. It is
not
in
on
Power.
tables also will write measures.
It is in Power BI also. You can use it.
It will automatically up. Actually,
Power,
now
in
we
Power
are
BI
actually
also.
working with Excel only, right? And it is having a defined Excel which is coming. So that is an external source. External source, when it will refresh only the column headers are same. Like for example, column headers can be same. Transaction data can add or reduce, or it can be different companies also. It will refresh. The column headers are same. Internal data source not required. Irrespective of header same, not same, it will refresh.
Actually, I'm talking. Am I audible or not?
The second table, the third table also, like we'll have to remove the duplicates, or the primary key alone. Primary key should be unique. You can consider this as master data, transaction data. So with the master data, we are trying to match or summarize the transaction data through a comment field. Obviously, master data will be my comment field. Like for example, vendor master is my comment field. Then based on my vendor, I will do product analysis, price analysis, material analysis, whatever I want, I can do. But that vendor name or vendor code should be there in my transaction data also somewhere.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions? Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
नहीं वो आपने जो दो चलन करा था अभी तक एक चलन का नोटिस कैटिंग सेट ऑफ कर दिया दूसरा पेमेंट 9 करने सेट ऑफ करना है वो DRC 3 के थ्रू होगा तो मैं करके OTP के लिए कॉल
Hello.
What's the process you tell, sir? We'll start like-minded.
पेमेंट हो गया पेमेंट कुछ बाकी नहीं
Maybe a Google forms like expression of interest and all they're sending no empanelment.
இப்போ நான் unmute பண்ணிருக்கேன்.
This they're sending in mailers. WhatsApp mailers will send.
Want to open up on Google form and it will be posted on the website. So please join there. We thought of it and I was lost in the arranging for a regional conference. So there was a gap. Now definitely we'll take it up. When will it be possible?
I think you can use this. Yes.
Next month, sir. January it will be done. We have come now. I am chairman. He is secretary. We have come only to take the feedback and how you are comfortable with the infrastructure and the facilities. Number one, and topics and the teacher. About teachers, I think you have no choice because we have only few people. No. So please give your honest opinion, and with all the constraints, you must be knowing what was the impact of rains recently, and additionally the problem of infrastructure here, that is especially the structure. We will be vacating some more portion for metro construction. They want some extra space for construction utility also on lease basis. Some portion they have already taken it for metro, and some additional portion they will be taking for the what's called logistics, keeping the material and all. And we don't know when this building will be renovated totally. There are funds and it is still so many reasons are there. So till we get the new building, we'll have to adjust only in this. And we have been doing it. What best can be done, we have done. So today, there are so many challenges. One first challenge is the ICAI has put a condition that there cannot be a hybrid CP program, in the sense physical as well as online. So we had to do only physical. Online, we have given just to branches to what's called telecast it in the branches today. Many are now asking upload in YouTube and all these things. On discussing with the faculty members, they told it should be physical and also hands-on with the systems, and it cannot be easy to reach out to them only on online. So we have tested this. Now I want your feedback. What is the what's called the level of utility that you have got with this session? I don't know whether the time was sufficient or not. And yes, sir. Tomorrow it is done, but is these slides enough for them to grasp the things? With the recording. Okay. Okay. Sir, no register and register. I want all the 80,000 members across South to have this facility, sir. Don't worry about cost.
We'll see whether the file can be shared alongside with the link can be.
Yes.
The files will link up more.
That apart, I want first-hand feedback about your experience here in this session. Then we'll go to how to reach out to the other members. Even for you, it is required for continuity. That is important. See, when this is the case, the people who attend directly on online might not be able to grasp so much. Having attended physical, also you need additional support of this recording. So we have already tried. I requested the staff to upload it today itself. They told not possible. Tomorrow they are doing it. This we did it in very short time, only because to reach that to catch up with the last date of 31st December. So it was done in a bit hurry, but still whatever first step is always a best step. So we can take the feedback and improve upon. Regarding physical arrangements, these systems and all these things were okay. The seating arrangement also not problem. And the restriction itself became a big problem for us. When we sent this one, we wanted to restrict it only to 60 or 70. Earlier, we wanted to do it in Ramajayam. I already explained in the morning. It is not fit for this because of so many hurdles that were created because of heavy rains. So we have done it. So as far as infrastructure is concerned, no issues. As far as faculty is concerned, Deepika will not hear. You can be frank.
Any suggestions from your side, sir? So what are all the other
things? I am asking one by one. So infrastructure wise, it's okay. You see, faculty wise, anything you want, like? Yeah, please. Especially initially, yeah. Yeah. How many are from industry, sir? Yeah. See, I am the voice for SMPs. That's the first point. I confess myself, because it is the practitioners who are struggling, are having so many challenges. Being in practice for 36 years now, I know what are the challenges, especially small and medium practitioners have. And the comfort that you have in terms of financial independence will not be there for them. There will be a lot of risk. So my target is them. We will try to support you, but you are not. I am very categorical in that, but still we are there for you also. Sir, industry members we can have separately. Is it possible? Yes. We'll do it after 31st December also for you. Because 31st December is a bread earner for practitioners. So they have to do the work and send the bill and also collect money.
Okay. Thank you. In fact, they were not at all utilized so far. I only invented them and started using them. Actually, they should have started last year or 1 or 2 years earlier. Am I right? So this at least better late than never. This will be continued. This will be continued. Yes, yes. Normally, the system here is they are too young. She has got married just 2 months ago. 1 month, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So here the mindset in SIRC is, so too young, you are not fit for teaching like. But it is only the youngsters who can do justice in technology. That's where I changed the perception and created a group here, faculties, and also gave the one program on faculty development for technology itself. But that has not been moving in the pace or the pace with which we expected. But still, we want to do something because always starting is difficult. So we are moving on those lines. All your doubts will be clarified. They will share you the phone numbers, and I am proved right by telling that we are for practitioners first. So industry members also will take care, and they will be there to help you individually also. If you can good numbers, we are ready to do any number of programs. Thank you. Thank you for your session. Sir, any specific sessions from practicing? Yes. 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 Ramajayam, please, Ramajayam, please listen to it. It is your question one. Yeah. Yes. 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 Now, can you give? Yeah.
The combination of various technologies. For example, extraction of this data from Tally. There is no tool available in the Tally site also. Nobody does it. If you ask a Tally developer to extract all the 36 data points, if you ask the developer to extract all the 36 data points, he will cry. It's very easy for him, in fact. Okay, he will cry because this data, if he gives to you, he does not have any job. So I have put on some effort to bring it out. Again, now it is in Excel. Excel can be, modulated by creating new reports. You can insert macros. You can use this pivot table. You can use the Power tools like Power Pivots or Power Queries, Power BIs, a lot of other various related connected technologies. But coming to the implementation, it is not a straight jacket case, sir. You learn this, A, B, implement. It's a combination of, various technologies. Maybe you can use Python also in this case. So various technologies to do it. You won't believe one case where the data has been exported from my ERP, from a billing software, and it's been emailed to my client. My client thinks every day I'm doing this. It's not that. A small Python file of 2 KB is running this tool. This 2B is emailed every month. 2A used to get emailed. So all of this combination of any technologies is been working. So I think the small and medium practitioners like us should go and acquire the relevant technologies behind it. Little bit of Excel, little bit of, Excel macros, little bit of Python, little bit of Power Pivots, pivot table, and do it. So we should know what data or what kind of technologies to be adapted in our case and implement it. Institute can give a session for on a broad aspect like this 9 and 9C audit automation. But In practice, every day we'll get a lot of challenges. It's only adoption of technology. How much ever we know, we can go and implement in our case.
No, 1 second, sir. How they have to become Ramajayam? That's my intention. Okay. What is the way out? Tell me. Can we do workshops for each what he is suggesting? Small tools. This is what.
I have a way out. Maybe the study group which is constituted technology wise. A study group on Excel, study group on advanced Excel, study group on power tools like Power BI, Power Queries and Power Pivots, a study group on Python, study group on other Google Sheets. So these study group can be formed with limited as low as 4-5 people to 15-20. It can go and meet on a weekly basis or fortnightly basis and come out with a lot of utilities and come out with their own set of agenda on what month, what kind of program is to be done. It is a continuous program. See, I've heard of many branches. Every Friday evening, there will be a session on GST. Somebody told me, I could not recollect which branch it is. Yeah, Wednesday evening like that. So maybe institute can plan. Yeah, only on technology.
That's great.
Only on technology every week from the study group, from this study group, the 10 members who contributed to the ideas, 1 or 2 can volunteer and go and take a session. So again, you repeat this over a period of 1 year. And certainly all the members on this region slightly have apparent on this technology.
Okay, definitely. That's
what
what
he
has been suggesting. We're not able to catch them up with the members because already what faculty development program that is done in June or July, I don't. In June we have done till date only 1 session, 2 sessions have put, except 3-4 branches. We wanted those members from each branch who were brought here for training to go back and have sessions there and workshops there. And 75 to 80% not happened anything. Because they knew that they came to know only after attending here that they don't know much of it. They thought earlier that they are the best. They are the best in their towns. But when it came to Ramajayam, Deepika and other here, and it was a pleasant surprise for them. And they got to know that there are so many things, but could not become a teacher or a tutor there. So they started fearing. So again, the additional sessions are done. So the best way now is to form study groups. Need not be for each tool separately. One main group, and from there you can call out the things like members. You make a bigger group. Subgroups later we'll do. So we'll do it before 10th of January on website. And please join and also tell your friends to join that group. Especially small and medium practitioners. I told in the morning, now also I am repeating. If we don't catch up with the technology and become automized, our officers should become automized, survival in the profession is very difficult. I was talking to both of them. The syllabus content for which syllabus? Advanced ITT, they have removed Tally. They removed Excel. Without that, how SMP can survive? And they think that it is only for big entities CAs are required. So this is what we are going to tell them, that small and medium practitioners still need this Tally and all, because most of us use Tally, number 1. And through Tally, we can do wonders also. We can do data analytics or what not. There are so many utilities there. So suddenly removing them is not right decision. That is their suggestion. We're writing to the institute also. There, they should learn this. If he suddenly goes and joins an industry, even if he doesn't come to practice, they would be using Tally. They would be using Excel. If that is removed, the fresh chartered accountant will also be thrown out of the industry. This is the danger we are seeing. And surprisingly, this is approved in the parliament itself, that course itself. So changing that is a big challenge. A central council, and again, they have to go to the government. And they should convince the government that the small and medium practitioners are 90% or 85% of the total practitioners. So reaching out to each individual practitioner, the CA is most important. We'll definitely take on that. As a first step, we'll form a study group. Please join and make your friends also join. And without fail, please attend. It is not possible to take it forward online. This is for sure. So those only Chennai practitioners can be best example for others to fall in line. We can take your case and market or request. This is the problem we are facing. I have put this month or last month as automation of offices. Nothing has taken off. We want all the SMPs to automate their offices because articles problem is there. So that we will do. Together we can do, not alone. Even in my term as chairman will be completed in February, but still we will continue as a team, and this study group will be best what's called example for all others to take on technology and adopt technology. That's what we can do. Any other specific suggestions if you have, please give us. And this should be sufficient as far as the taking forward the concept of upskilling through in technology and automation of offices. These two things please keep in our mind. Tell your friends also, irrespective of age. I am just 64 now. I have to automate or quit the profession. This is the mantra I am following. So if that is the stage we are in, age is not a factor. If you want to have COP to be continued, you have to join here. This is the message we want to give, not to threaten, but of course, by doing study groups, you will be incentives for them to take the things forward. Okay. Thank you very much. And if any specific suggestions are there, please, any mail is given now for registration and all? Not yet? Huh?
We have registered.
Registered. You will be connected through from there by them through WhatsApp group or whatever mode possible. Please take initiative to form the study group first. So with that we'll take forward. Thank you very much. I waited only to take feedback from you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. I will be honored to honor them.
நான் இந்த சைடு வந்தாங்க
Thank you. On behalf of all of you, wish you happy marriage.
Thank you.
Thank you. Honor and